Welcome to Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. This season's broadcast coverage is made possible in part by College Street Cottages, Georgetown Jewelry, Georgetown Shirt Company, Glenn Patterson, Realtor, Grand Endeavor Homes, Oak Ridge Disciple House, and Rob Hip Insurance. And now, on to the field with color analyst Michael Francis and the voice of the Patriots, Travis Banks.
One week removed from the Eastview Patriots' first loss of the season, 35-30 to Brenham, the Patriots look to get back on the winning track as they travel down to Bastrop, Texas for a matchup against the winless in-district Bastrop Bears. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. My name is Travis Banks. Joined alongside me, as always, is my broadcast colleague and partner in crime, Mr. Michael Francis. And Michael, last week, the story wasn't exactly Brenham beating the Patriots. It was more the Patriots beating the Patriots, as Brenham was able to take advantage of two key Eastview turnovers, specifically two interceptions thrown by Jackson Colson, and they were able to narrowly escape with a 35-30 victory.
Yeah, those turnovers just what devastated Eastview and kind of knocked them out of their stride. You know, they came out powerfully. They scored again on their first possession, which has been traditional so far this season, with the exception of one game that they scored on their first possession. And an inadvertent tip turns into a pick-six interception for the first points that allowed Brenham to get back in, being down 14-0 at the time. And so they were able to take it down and score and cut the lead in half. And then later in the quarter, in the next possession, Marion Brooks coughs up the ball on a carry. Actually, I believe it's more on the exchange than anything else, but Brenham took advantage of that turnover and turned it into points. I think in, two plays, they broke a 50-yard run and took it to the house.
Yeah, Brenham taking advantage of those Eastview turnovers and making all of the big plays, and that allowed them to score 20 points alone in the second quarter after Eastview took a 14-0 lead, and it was all Brenham after that. Now, to their credit, the Patriots did attempt to make a comeback. They were down only 7 with just a few seconds remaining in the game until Jackson Colson threw his second interception of the game into the end zone that pretty much put an end to Eastview's comeback hopes. They were able to get a safety on the ensuing Brenham drive, but it was too little too late for the Patriots as they suffered their first loss of the season, falling to 4-1 overall, 1-1 in district. This week is going to be a different story, Michael, as they're taking on a Bastrop Bears team that started out 3-0, a lot like Eastview did. They narrowly defeated a couple of teams in their non-district play. Their victories, they started out week 1 at Rudder, winning that game by a score of 28-27. Week 2, the common opponent here, at Northeast. They only won that game 24-0 did Bastrop, whereas Eastview defeated Northeast, if you recall, 61-7 1 week later. And week 3, Bastrop defeated Pflugerville-Conley by a score of 35-21. It's been 2 straight losses for the Bears since then. 2 weeks ago, they were here at home against Weiss. They lost that game by a score of 34-7. And last week, the big inter-town rivalry game against Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek scoring their very first victory ever over these Bastrop Bears by a score of 17-7. So it's a Bastrop team that we really don't know a lot about, Michael, but we do know one thing: they're going to be hungry for a victory tonight, and the opportunity is prime for the Bears as the Patriots are coming off of that loss last week.
Well, a big mistake for Eastview would be to overlook these Bears, but I know Jared Feacock has got these Patriots ready to play tonight. They come in here hungry and recover from that bad loss last week to Brenham. You know, it was a revenge game, you know, hoping to redeem themselves from the year before after they had such a big lead over Brenham, and Brenham comes back and steals the victory away from the Patriots. And so they're hungry. They want to come back in and remain in the top of the district and continue their playoff hopes.
And you know, Michael, all that really needs to be said about the game last week can be said when you take a look at the Eastview stat line. The numbers aren't bad at all. Really, the worst number is Jackson Colson's completion percentage. He only went 19 out of 42 last week. He managed to get 233 yards, 2 touchdowns, but, of course, 2 interceptions, which ultimately ended up dooming the Patriots. As for the rest, Amarian Brooks, 21 carries on the ground last week for 132 yards and another touchdown, adding to an already phenomenal season for Mr. Brooks. He's up to 470 yards on 92 carries for the season, and he's looking to eclipse 500 yards tonight against the Bears. He should do that fairly easily. As for Isaiah Quentin Jackson, he scored 63 yards on 9 carries, an average of 7 yards per carry. So look for Isaiah Quentin Jackson to get several touches as well tonight, as he is on quite a roll. As we are just a few minutes away from kickoff here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium, the team captains are set to meet in the middle of the field. The team captains for Bastrop, number 11, Desmond Young, the starting quarterback, number 34, Tyron Smith, number 16, Peyton Parsons, a quarterback as well, and number 10, Xavier Williams, one of the starting linebackers. The team captains for the Eastview Patriots. Number 7, Luke Brown, starting defensive lineman. Number 35, Justin Nazer. Number 67, Rodrigo Gutierrez, another defensive and offensive line starter. And number 24, of course, the man himself, Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Your team captains meeting at midfield. Looks as if Bastrop has won the coin toss and has elected to defer. They are going to be kicking off to the Patriots, and they're going to have their backs to the wind. It's a very windy, very cold night here just on the outskirts of Bastrop, of Cedar Creek, Texas, I should say, as the temperature has just fallen tonight, Michael. It's funny. Record high of 99 in the Austin area yesterday, and today a high of 55. So how do you think this weather is going to affect these players?
Well, they're not used to playing in the cold. They haven't had any practice in the cold other than today. So it's going to be interesting to see how both these squads definitely react to the cold.
As the Bastrop High School color guard makes its way to the middle of the field, we apologize for the lack of a crowd, Mike, here tonight at Bastrop Memorial Stadium. So we will go ahead and talk over the the national anthem, the singing of the national anthem, as silence is not really preferred on these audio-only broadcasts. Of course, the video replay of this broadcast will be uploaded onto YouTube tonight. A little bit after midnight, due to UIL rules, we are not able to stream live video on Friday nights. And that is the reason for this audio-only broadcast this evening from Bastrop Memorial Stadium. And looking back on both of these teams, again, Bastrop very hungry for a district win. They come into tonight's game at 3-2 overall, 0-2 in district. Those district losses last week to Cedar Creek, their first ever loss to the Cedar Creek football program. That game, of course, part of the SHN Sports Network. I'm sure those Cedar Creek guys.
Yeah, Scotty Martin and the team over there.
Yeah, I'm sure they were pretty ecstatic about that victory, as it's another huge night for the teams in the district tonight. As some of the games going on in the area, we will get those to you in just a moment. Weiss taking on Elgin in what should be a pretty decisive win for a Weiss team that has really surprised a lot of people in this district. Weiss coming in at 4-1, tied for the district lead with Brenham. Brenham, of course, in action at home tonight, taking on the winless Marble Falls squad. So that should be another pretty easy victory for Brenham. Of course, Eastview taking on Bastrop here at Bastrop, and out in Leander, Cedar Creek travels on the road to take on Glenn in a battle of two teams that are at 1-1 in the district standings right now. So lots of great action. We will get you updates on those scores as the night goes on. Of course, you can follow along with the SHN Sports Network and SHN Football Friday, which is currently being broadcast live from the SHN Sports Studio. Justin Simmons and Steven Strong, of course, hosting that excellent piece of Friday night high school pie that you just can't wait to sink your teeth into.
Right. Well, and so our SHN family, Georgetown tonight at home versus Cedar Park. Talk about a tough draw right there. Cedar Park is just having a great run through district so far, so which leads up to the head-to-head matchup with Hutto later on in the season. So those two teams will probably most likely meet undefeated, and that'll be interesting. And Hutto on a bye this week.
A great night of football. Of course, while all eyes in the Central Texas area are on that big Lake Travis Westlake game out to the west of us, there's still a lot of other great football action going on here in the Central Texas area, as it is a cold night. Again, a high of 55. It's going to be very windy as well, as we already mentioned, Michael. Bastrop has won the coin toss and elected to defer. They will be playing with the wind to their backs in the first quarter, which gives Eastview, of course, a disadvantage. However, might not be much of a problem for Jackson Colson, as he's thrown the ball fairly well outside of the game against Brenham last week. And we'll have to see what happens with his receiving squad and Coach Feekoch's offense.
Well, you got two horses in Isaiah Quentin Jackson and Marion Brooks, and I don't think he'll hesitate to put the ball in their hands and keep it on the ground as long as they're facing into the wind.
Before kickoff here at Bastrop ISD Memorial Stadium, we will go ahead and take this opportunity to read the starting lineups. You want to go ahead and list those, Michael?
Offensively, for the Patriots, wide receiver, number 16, Michael Sedgwick. Wide receiver, junior, number 9, Charles Ross. In the slot, sophomore, 15, Jerry Barron. The H-back, sophomore, number 45, Jacob Martin. At tailback, junior, number 24, Isaiah Quentin Jackson. And your starting quarterback tonight, the senior, number 12, Jackson Colson. At left tackle, senior, number 65, Caleb Sammons. At left guard, junior, number 57, Cole Smith. At center, junior, number 59, McKinley McLaughlin. At right guard, senior, number 67, Rodrigo Gutierrez. And at right tackle, senior, number 55, Riley Cooper. Defensively for your Patriots, at corner, senior, number 2, Darian Shanklin. At corner, sophomore, number 16, Michael Sedgwick. At free safety, sophomore, number 13, Tyler Wagner. At strong safety, sophomore, 18, Peyton Adams. Weak safety, junior, 24, Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Mike linebacker, sophomore, number 33, Thomas Thornburg. Sam linebacker, senior, number 22, Eric Millette. At tackle, senior, number 17, Brandon Hernandez. At nose guard, senior, number 7, Luke Brown.
As Carlos Martinez's kickoff for the Bears is up and underway, it is going to be taken by Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who makes it to the 20-yard line, and will set up shop for the first Eastview offensive series of the game.
And your defensive ends, junior, number 35, Justin Nazer, and senior, number 10, Roland Hines. Of course, Roland Hines coming off of an outstanding game last week versus Brenham.
Oh, he was our pick for Eastview Player of the Week in our voting committee for SHN Sports Player of the Week. As it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line for the Patriots, who are going from right to left on your TV screen, wearing their road icy whites. It's a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who barrels up the middle and has a first down and a whole lot more for the Patriots. A decent run of about 13 yards there gets a first down for the Patriots on the opening drive. Jackson Colson in the shotgun formation now. Isaiah Quentin Jackson in at back, and he throws to the left side. He's got Jacob Martin over the middle, who runs into the referee and kind of slows down, and it's tackled after getting a first down, crossing the 42-yard line, and that referee's going to be okay, don't worry, folks. But it's a second first down in 2 plays for the Patriots as they hurry up now. Shotgun formation yet again. All three wide receivers to the right of Jackson Colson, who takes the snap and drops back. He throws over to the left side. He's got a man caught. It's Charles Ross, who crosses the 50-yard line and is immediately brought down by Bastrop's Keelan Hodge. Not enough for the first down. About a 7, or actually it is enough for a first down. My mistakes as Eastview continues to hurry up. The chains will move and the clock will stop. It is 1st and 10, ball on the Bastrop 45-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Patriots. 2 wide receivers to the right side. Colson takes the snap and rolls out to the right. Throws right. Has a man caught. It's Jacob Martin. That's Jerry Barron. Jerry Barron makes the catch at the 40-yard line and is able to make it to the 35-yard line. Are they going to give him the first down? They are indeed. So it's another Patriots first down as they are just coming out in style here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium. Just over a minute in the game. And it's nothing but Patriots as they slow down just a little bit. Shotgun formation for the Patriots again. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Colson fakes a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, rolls out to the left side. He's got nobody to throw to. He just throws the ball away to the left side. It hits the ball before almost being intercepted by Bastrop defender Faison Madison. And that will at least have a chance to stop the clock and get all these teams situated. The first second down of the game so far, Michael.
Yeah, right now, Georgetown or Eastview moving the ball at will.
2nd and 10, ball on the 34-yard line. Shotgun formation. It's a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rolls out to the right side and dodges a couple of defenders. He's got a first down for the Patriots, and he's brought down almost immediately by Faison Madison, but he picks up another first down for the Patriots.
Well, I like what we're seeing out of Eastview right here in this first possession, Travis. We're seeing a good mix of running and passing.
Patriots just having their way, winning that battle on the line of scrimmage. And now it's 1st and 10, ball on the 22-yard line. Patriots in the shotgun formation. It's another sweep, handoff to Charles Ross, who runs to the left side, and he's got wide open spaces. Charles Ross into the end zone, 22 yards for the first Patriots touchdown of the evening.
And again, they scored their first possession.
It was it was one of those triple option sweep handoffs. Charles Ross picked up some great blocks. The Bastrop defense was completely fooled. They went right. Charles Ross went left, and he ran all the way into the end zone, 22 yards, untouched for the touchdown. Jose Rodriguez out to attempt the PAT. The kick is up, and it is ruled good. So just like that, 9:50 remaining here in the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter. The Patriots take an early 7-0 lead. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll have Bastrop's first drive here in just a moment. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com.
Back here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium, where the Patriots have just taken a 7-0 lead following a 22-yard sweep run for a touchdown by Charles Ross, as Jose Rodriguez makes it out to the 40-yard line to kick the ball off. The kick is up, and it's going to be a high kick returned by one of the upmen at the 25-yard line. The upman fumbles the ball and is brought down at the 20-yard line, losing about 5 yards in the process, brought down by Jay Butler. And so we'll get our first look at Bastrop here tonight. It'll be 1st and 10 Bears from their own 21-yard line. And getting the start for the Bears at quarterback will be Desmond Young. as the Bears line up in the shotgun formation from going left to right on your television screen. And it's a keeper. It's an option keeper, and Young will keep it, and he has a huge hole, and he has some room. He makes it to the 35-yard line for a Bears first down and is brought down just shy of the 40 by a combination of Darian Shanklin and Eric Millett.
Yeah.
Eric Millett, pardon me, as a great first down run by Bastrop to open up this game. Bastrop, of course, wearing their home uniforms, maroon helmets, maroon jerseys, and white pants with pink socks for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. As 1st and 10, ball on the 37-yard line. They line up in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right. It's another keeper by Young, who rolls out to the left side. He's got some space, and Young is pushed out of bounds by Eastview's Tyler Wagoner, playing some defense now, and picks up a solid 5 yards or so on that play. Brings up second down and manageable.
Well, Bastrop working the edges right now, trying to get the corner, and Eastview fortunately has the speed to kind of shut it down.
4-yard gain makes it second down and 6. Ball on the 41-yard line. Bastrop, shotgun formation. Young takes the snap and rushes up the middle and immediately hits a swarm of Patriots defenders. He gains 2, maybe 3 yards on that carry. Roland Hines involved on that tackle along with Eric Millett. And that'll set up third down and very manageable for the Bears as they look to their sidelines for some directions, as they've run just about a minute off the clock. It's third down and 4 now. Bears, shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side of Young. Young takes the snap and rushes up the middle. He keeps it himself and hits a wall of Patriots defenders. Darian Shanklin is going to be involved in that tackle, and nowhere going on that play for Desmond Young, and this should bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for the Bears. However, it will be 4th down and 4, no gain officially, but the Bears are going to go for it.
No, they're going to bring in the punt team. I think they thought about it because they were leaving him out there, and then the punt team comes in. I think they were a little depressed, or the quarterback was. He was a little depressed that they weren't going to go for it.
Isaiah Herron will be punting the ball away for the Bears from the 25-yard line, as Isaiah Quentin Jackson is on the other 25-yard line waiting to return this punt. Herron takes the high snap, and it's a fake. Herron's going to run with it, but he's all the way in the backfield. He makes it about 10 yards to the 35-yard line. No, he breaks free, but is shoved out of bounds about 5 yards shy of the first down yard line, and that'll be a turnover on downs, Eastview ball. Michael, do you agree with that trick play right there?
No, I don't. Not this early in the game.
So the Patriots will take over now in Bastrop territory for their second offensive drive of the game. It'll be 1st down and 10, ball on the Bastrop 44-yard line. So Eastview starts out this drive already in enemy territory, so to speak, on the right side of the 50. Shotgun formation for the Patriots, 2 receivers to Jackson Colson's left. Colson takes the snap, and it's a handoff to the back. It's a Marion Brooks who rushes up the middle, trips over his own feet, and is touched down by Xavier Williams, one of the starting team captains. Brings up second down and short, as it's more hurry up for the Patriots offense. Second down, it's another handoff to Brooks up the middle, and Brooks dodges a couple of tacklers for a first down and is shoved out of bounds by Bastrop's Faison Madison, and that'll be a first down for the Patriots.
Right now, Bastrop is having a hard time coming up with an answer for this ground game of the Patriots.
Ball on the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. It's another handoff to Brooks, who is tackled almost instantly after receiving the handoff. Bringing Brooks down was Jacob Williams, one of the senior defensive linemen for the Bears.
Funny how when you say stuff like that, Travis, is that they actually make a stop.
Hurry up for the Patriots. Shotgun formation yet again. Colson takes the snap, quickly throws right. He's got a man caught at the first down marker, but he falls immediately after making the catch. I believe that is
incomplete. Charles Ross.
Okay, Charles Ross incomplete. Action is going by so fast, just trying to keep track of things here. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 officially here. So the first 3rd down of the game for the Patriots. We'll see how they handle this adversity. They'll be lining up in the shotgun formation. A couple of quick substitutions here as Michael Sedgwick is... No, he's not going to the sideline. He's just switching sides of the field. So all the receivers will be bunched up on the right side of the Patriots offensive line. Shotgun formation, Jackson Colson 3rd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Colson takes the snap, drops back, throws over the middle. Wide deep is Michael Sedgwick, caught in the end zone for another touchdown, Patriots. 32 yards. Colson connects with Michael Sedgwick.
Man, what an outstanding throw. Throwing into the wind by Jackson Colson, and leads his receiver so that the defender has no chance at all, Travis, of making that play.
32 yards again as Jose Rodriguez comes out to attempt the PAT for the Patriots. Jose Rodriguez. The kick is up, and it is good. So just like that, 2 offensive series, 2 touchdowns for the Eastview Patriots. They lead it 14-0 over Bastrop with 6:49 remaining here in the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter. We'll take a brief commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll have Bastrop's second drive right after this. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home or land in the Georgetown area, call Glenn Patterson Realtor. As a third-generation resident of Williamson County, his knowledge will assure you will receive the best price for your purchase or sell. Don't wait. Contact Glenn today at PattersonPropertiesTX.com.
We are back here at Bastrop ISD Memorial Stadium, where the Patriots have just taken a 14-0 lead over the Bastrop Bears. And, Michael, they've been making it look so easy. First on the ground, Charles Ross, a 22-yard rush on a sweep. And now a 32-yard pass into the end zone from Jackson Colson to Michael Sedgwick.
Well, Eastview coming out like their hair's on fire, Travis. And they are just doing everything at will right now offensively versus these Bastrop Bears.
Jose Rodriguez out to attempt the kickoff from the 40-yard line. The kick is up, and it will be taken at the 20 by one of the up men, and that is number 2, Keelan Hodge, who has some space, and he might return this all the way. At the 50, he's brought down by the kicker himself, Jose Rodriguez. A touchdown-saving tackle by Jose Rodriguez on Keelan Hodge, and Hodge makes it all the way about to the Eastview 40-yard line, so a great return for Bastrop.
A great return, and that's going to add up to some momentum right here. And so the offense is going to come out, and they're going to want to capitalize on the good field position.
Of course, on Bastrop's first series of the game, a fake punt on 4th down that was stopped short of the first down line caused a turnover on downs and led to Eastview's second touchdown of the evening. So this will be 1st down and 10 from the Patriots' 42-yard line. Desmond Young comes out in the shotgun formation for Bastrop. 2 receivers to his right. It's a handoff to the back, who rushes up the middle, has a huge hole, dodges a defender, and he's got wide open space. Carrying the ball is Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith is brought down at the 20-yard line, finally, after a huge run by Charles Ross in the secondary. And what a great run for Bastrop. Another 1st down here as they make it to the 20-yard line into the red zone.
Well, right now, Bastrop finding the gaps and having some success running up the middle.
It's another handoff to Smith, who rushes right, can't quite get the edge, and he is brought down by a slew of defenders. Making the tackle there is Thomas Thornburg. As we're about halfway through the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter, and it's been nothing but exciting action so far, Michael.
It definitely has. It's been fast-paced, I'll say that.
Short gain for Smith of 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Ball on the 16-yard line. Bastrop in shotgun formation again. 2 wide receivers to the right side. It's another handoff to Smith, who rushes up the middle, and he's brought down again by Thomas Thornburg. And he's just about a yard short of the 1st down, so this will bring up 3rd down and short. About a 4, maybe 5-yard gain. And it'll be 3rd down and 2. As it's a handoff to Young, who pump fakes to the right and decides to keep the ball himself. He scrambles up the middle to try to get the 1st down and is brought down at the line by Roland Hines. And the referees are not going to give Bastrop the 1st down. It'll be 4th down. So a huge stop by Roland Hines on defense.
Actually lost 3 yards on the play.
Ball will be on the 15-yard line as it'll be 4th down and 4, and the Bears come out to attempt a field goal. Carlos Martinez, this will be from about 33 yards out, and Martinez's kick is up. It has the height, it has the distance, and it is good. So a 33-yard field goal puts the Bastrop Bears on the board. They will not be shut out, and they get some much-needed momentum, as you said, Michael.
Well, both teams having success on the ground, Travis, and you got to stop that kind of bleeding if you're the Eastview Patriots to give up some big runs like that. Same with Bastrop. You know, Eastview's been gashing them left and right through the air and on the ground, and so right now both defenses looking kind of suspect. You really need to tighten up and close down the running lanes, especially up the middle, and that's where Bastrop is having success against the Patriots.
Patriots looking a lot softer, for lack of a better term, on this second drive for Bastrop defensively, as you got to think that that offensive meltdown is still on their heads, but from last week. But that's one thing the coach Fekoch is really good about with this Patriots team. He's good about not letting their mistakes from the past, from previous weeks, come back and haunt them.
Now we'll see how Eastview responds. They were able to keep them out of the end zone, but they were able to get the field goal, put some points on the board, and end any potential shutout.
So with 4:44 remaining here in the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter, Patriots lead at 14-3 as the second kicker on Bastrop's roster, Johnny Cruz, comes out to attempt this kickoff. Isaiah Quentin Jackson and Charles Ross back deep to return at the 10. And here's Cruz's kick. It is short. It is going to be called for a fair catch at the 25-yard line, and that fair catch is called for and made by Cooper Namkin. So it will be Patriots ball, 1st and 10 from about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see how they answer right here. Jackson Colson leads his team back onto the field.
They've had a lot of success with this hurry-up offense, and they're 2 for 2 for touchdowns on their offensive drives of the evening. This, of course, the third offensive series of the game for the Patriots. 1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Patriots. 2 receivers to Colson's right. Colson takes the snap and rolls out to the left side. Right side. He's under pressure. Throws, makes the catch. 2, and making the catch is Tyler Wagoner. It's a short gain, 1 yard, if that, to the right side. And it'll bring up 2nd down for the Patriots. Looks like a gain of 2 on that play, making it 2nd down and 8. The ball will be on the 29-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Patriots again. 2 receivers to Colson's left. Isaiah Quentin Jackson is in at running back, and Jackson Colson will head to the line to make some changes, call some audibles. The line gets set up, and the snap is taken. It's a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rushes left, and he's got some room. He dives and is brought down just shy of the 40-yard line by Bastrop defender Xavier Williams. And it'll be 3rd down for the Patriots. 3rd down and 1. So 3rd down and very, very manageable here for this Patriots ground game. Ball on the 36-yard line, 3rd and 1. It's a handoff to, looks like a Marion Brooks, and a Marion Brooks will rush forward up the middle for the 1st down. And he was brought down by Bastrop's Logan Gasky.
Well, he is a great short yardage back, Travis.
Yes, that was a Marion Brooks on the carry there. So it'll be 1st down and 10, ball on the 41-yard line for the Patriots. Shotgun formation. It's a play-action pass thrown to the right side and caught, but swallowed almost immediately by a trio of Bastrop defenders. Making the catch there was Eric Millette. And he was brought down by a trio of Bastrop defenders. I believe one of the players on that tackle was Xavier Williams again. Brings up 2nd down and 7 for a short 3-yard gain for the Patriots. And the Patriots yet again hand off to a Marion Brooks, who rushes up the middle for a huge gain. Is he going to get the 1st down? It looks like no. He's going to be about a yard short. Brought down by Bastrop's Grant Zapalak. And this should set up 3rd down and 1 for the Patriots yet again. They converted on their last 3rd down, Michael.
Yeah, they're taking another look at it. The officials call a timeout. This may be really close, Travis. They may bring the chains out. You don't see that very much anymore.
Yeah, it looks like that is exactly what they're going to do. Yeah, the referees are going to measure the spot of where the ball is. Officially, it's going to be a 3rd down and short for the Patriots. And they have yet to bring the chains out. Not sure what the holdup is here. And the chains are finally moving. They're going to measure the ball position here. And it's going to be short by just about
6 inches. Maybe a foot.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of distance there. So it will remain 3rd down and 1, 3rd down and less than 1 at that, as they get their official measurement. And the Patriots will get set back up on offense again. Clock is stopped with 2:39 remaining here in the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter. Patriots lead at 14-3. They'll line up in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side. Amarian Brooks is the running back. Jackson Colson giving some instructions to his offensive line. And Jackson Colson will line up under center. He's going to sneak it himself. Jackson Colson takes the snap and lunges forward. Looks like he got the push. He dove forward, and the referees are going to give the Patriots a 1st down. So a great quarterback sneak by Jackson Colson picks up another 1st down for the Patriots. On 3rd down, no less, and it's a hurry up. 2:20 remaining here in the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter. 3 receivers to the left in the shotgun formation for the Patriots, who, again, are wearing their icy white, so to speak, road uniforms. All white helmets, white jerseys, and white pants with red numbers. And on 1st down, it's a hand off to Brooks, who rushes to the right side, avoids a defender, and is brought down just shy of the 1st down marker by Xavier Williams. 9-yard gain for Amarian Brooks brings up 2nd down.
Brooks, he just runs with power, Travis. Breaks through an arm tackle and gains 9 yards on that play.
He just sidestepped that defender to get the edge on that run. Same formation, 3 receivers to the left, shotgun formation. Colson takes the snap, throws right, nearly intercepted. His intended target was Charles Ross, but he overthrew Ross, did Colson, and the ball bounced off the hand of Keelan Hodge, the Bastrop defender. Falls incomplete, but what a scary pass by Jackson Colson.
Very fortunate that was not picked off.
I mean, Keelan Hodge was right there in a great position to get the interception and get a couple of yards in addition to that, and it was just a bullet of a throw by Colson.
Looks like some confusion on Ross's route.
3rd down, shotgun formation. It's a hand off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson coming into the ball game at running back, and he's pushed backwards just shy of the 1st down line, and he is not going to pick up the 1st down. So no gain officially on that play by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. It's going to bring up the first 4th down of the evening for the Patriots. And it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field here. Amarian Brooks checks back in at running back. 2 wide receivers will be set up to Jackson Colson's left, and they'll be coming out in the shotgun formation.
They gave him a 1st down? They're moving the chains.
They are moving the chains, huh? And there's a flag on this 1st down as Jackson Colson knows he has a free play. He throws to the right side, has Charles Ross for what would be a touchdown if not for the flag. And
I think we're going to have false start.
Well, the chain movers have not yet moved. Okay, now they're switching it to 1st down. They're a little slow on the draw here tonight. It must be the cold weather, as it took them forever to move the chains. So they are going to give Isaiah Quentin Jackson a 1-yard run on that last play. That flag was called for on Eastview. It's a false start called on Eastview's Luke Brown. So that'll back the Patriots up 5 yards, set up 1st down and 15. The ball will move back to the 41-yard line.
It was kind of a late false start flag.
Well, Jackson Colson saw it, and he thought he had the free play. He thought it was the defense being drawn off sides, but it was not. So on 1st and 15, it's a handoff up the middle by Amarian Brooks. A great run of 8, maybe 9 yards. Makes it about midway through the original line of scrimmage and the original down markers, the original chains. And Amarian Brooks will be brought down by, again, Xavier Williams of Bastrop. And this will bring up a 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 31-yard line, so a great 10-yard rush by Amarian Brooks. Hurry up offense again. Shotgun formation for the Patriots. 2 wide receivers to the left side. The ball on the 31-yard line. Jackson Colson takes the snap, immediately throws right, has Charles Ross, but it bounces off of his fingertips and falls incomplete, bringing up 3rd down and 5 for the Patriots. And boy, Michael, another bullet thrown by Jackson Colson.
Well, you got to think about it being that cold out there, and he's like you said, he's throwing bullets, so it's coming in hard, and your fingers are really cold, so it can really sting. I didn't see if Ross has his gloves on or not.
I believe Ross does indeed have his gloves on. Nevertheless, it's 3rd down and 5, ball on the 31-yard line of Bastrop. So the Patriots now in total control. 3 receivers to the right side. Jackson Colson takes the snap, drops back, throws right, caught at the 25-yard line, making it to the 24, a 1st down, and a whole lot more is Michael Sedgwick. And Michael Sedgwick picks up a 1st down and a whole lot more for the Patriots, bringing them into the red zone.
Jackson Colson doing a good job spreading the ball around to his receivers.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Same formation. It's another sweep handoff to Charles Ross, who rushes the left side, and this time he's got some defenders on him, preventing him from getting into the end zone. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 10-yard line by Bastrop's Logan Gasky and the Christian Lopez, one of the sophomore linebackers on this Bastrop defensive squad. Not quite enough for the 1st down. A solid 8-yard gain, however, by Charles Ross.
That'll be the end of the first quarter.
That is indeed the end of the Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter. Time flies when you rush the ball on the ground in these icy conditions, these cold, windy conditions. We'll go ahead and take a brief commercial break at the end of the first quarter. The Glenn Patterson Realtor first quarter. Patriots lead it 14-3 over Bastrop. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home.
Back here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium, we're at the start of the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. The Patriots lead it over the Bastrop Bears 14-3. Thank you very much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. I'm Travis Banks. He's Michael Francis. We're alongside you each and every Friday night this football season. Game 6 of the year for both of these squads, each looking to rebound with a win tonight. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Patriots on the 12-yard line, and it's a fake handoff, pass into the end zone over the middle, caught by Charles Ross, a 12-yard touchdown for the Patriots, and now they take a commanding 20-3 lead over the Bears.
Eastview just basically dominating this offensive line of scrimmage. They've gone in for 3 consecutive scores with each possession. They have not had to punt yet. And they've not created or have not committed any turnovers.
Jose Rodriguez out to attempt the PAT, and it is up, and it is good. So just like that, the Patriots take a commanding 21-3 lead over the Bastrop Bears here in the Bears' home turf. We'll take another brief commercial break, and when we return, we will see if the Bears can answer. Stay tuned. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a proud supporter of Central Texas high school football. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based, nonprofit 501c3 Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel. That light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, please visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Back here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium, where the Patriots have just taken a commanding 21-3 lead following Jackson Colson's second touchdown pass of the evening, a 12-yard throw into the end zone to Charles Ross. 11:54 remaining here in the Courtney home inspection second quarter. Jose Rodriguez is out to kick off for the Patriots, and it's a short kick that's going to hit the ground and be taken and fallen on at the 30-yard line by Bastrop's Conrad Pace.
That was almost like an onside kick, Travis. It just kind of had that bounce and hop on the kick, squibbing it on the ground.
So Bastrop, another possession. Remember, it was a turnover on downs, their first offensive series of the game, as they attempted a fake punt, I should say. And on their last drive, their kicker Martinez connected for a 33-yard field goal to at least end the shutout, but now Bastrop's looking to score. It's 1st and 10, ball on their own 31-yard line from the shotgun formation. It's a handoff to the running back Tyron Smith, who breaks a couple of tackles, and he breaks free to the left side to the 40, to the 50. He's into Patriot territory. Tyron Smith could go all the way, but no, he's run out of bounds at the Patriot 30 by Michael Sedgwick and Darian Shanklin. So a touchdown-saving push, but, man, Tyron Smith once again gashing the Patriots' defense on the ground.
Well, you're seeing some guys are keeping their arms in close. They're making good first contact, but they're not wrapping up and tackling properly. You're going to have to make that adjustment at halftime.
Pistol formation for the Bears. It's a handoff up the middle, this time to the running back Jaden Albritton. And Albritton gains about 5 yards before being brought down by Jordan Oswald. So that will bring up second down and a 4-yard gain, actually. Brings up second down and 6 for the Bears. Ball on the Patriots' 26-yard line. So now Bastrop in the pistol formation yet again. Young takes the snap, and it's a handoff again to Albritton, who rushes for a first down and a whole lot more to the right side and dodges a couple more tackles, makes it to the 5-yard line before being brought down by Roland Hines. And, man, this Bastrop ground game is just giving the Patriots defense fits, as it's a 1st and goal situation now here for the Bears.
They're making some big explosive runs, and Eastview hasn't given that up much all season long. You had that 150-yard run by Brenham last week, but other than that, nobody has gashed them like they're being done right now.
1st and goal from the 5. It's a handoff to Albritton, and Albritton is continuing to run after it looks like he's brought down, and making the tackle there for the Patriots was Sammy Gonzalez. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line. So the Bears looking to score their first touchdown of the game. They trail 21-3. Bastrop now. Young in the pistol formation yet again. It's a read option. He fakes a handoff and keeps it himself, and Young rushes up the middle and is brought down by Sammy Gonzalez. Looks like being like no gain on that play. Patriots continue to make some quick substitutions. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3 now for the Bears, as they'll take an opportunity to get some instructions from their sideline and head coach Todd Patman. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Young decides to keep it himself, and he rushes to the left side and is brought down. A huge loss behind the 5. A loss of about 5 on that play. Brought down by Eastview's Luke Brown was Desmond Young. And so now the Bears, I should say, are going to have to decide if they want to go for it on 4th and goal.
It looks like they're going to opt for the field goal. But they may surprise us and pull off a fake. Well, they did on the first series with the fake punt.
Carlos Martinez now out to attempt the 25-yard field goal. Should be a chip shot for any kicker. But the wind is facing Martinez. So Martinez's kick is up. It has the distance and the height. And it is ruled good. So the Bears will, after a 25-yard field goal, only trail by two scores now. 21-6, they cut the deficit. 9:13 remaining here in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. We'll take this brief commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll have Eastview's response to this second field goal of the night just after this. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
If you or your family couldn't work for 6 to 12 months due to a serious illness or major accident, how would that affect you or your family financially? Hi friends, I'm Rob Hipp. I offer products that can help during the tough and unforeseen times. For more information, please call me directly at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522-9105.
Back here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium, where a 25-yard field goal by the kicker Carlos Martinez has cut the deficit for the Bastrop Bears from 21-3 to 21-6, as Martinez's ensuing kickoff is taken by one of the Patriots' up men, a very short, high kick that falls into the face of this blowing wind. I wouldn't say it's heavy wind, Michael, but it's fairly heavy. It's been pushing in this cold front since last night, and that wind is not going to let up until about after midnight.
Well, we're even feeling the cold here in the press box. Most likely they haven't turned the heat on yet. It is really chilly. I have to keep this jacket on or I'd be freezing.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Patriots on their own 36-yard line now. They line up in the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right side. Jackson Colson now throws over the middle quick. It's caught by Jacob Martin for a first down, and Martin breaks free from 2 defenders. He spins away from his second and is finally knocked out of bounds or shoved out of bounds. The ball comes loose, but forward progression has been marked done, and a great throw and catch by Jacob Martin.
Well, both offenses are really having their way with these defenses tonight, Travis. Not seeing a lot of defense being played.
1st and 10, ball on the 41-yard line now. The Patriots, it's a handoff to Marion Brooks, who rushes up the middle and for a whole lot of space. He's got a first down for the Patriots, and he's finally brought down by Xavier Williams after a gain of about 13, maybe 14 yards. Brings up another 1st and 10 for the Patriots now.
Well, the other thing that we're seeing so far, it's been a relatively penalty-free game. We've had the one false start penalty on the Patriots, and that's the only flag that we've seen on the night.
1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. It's a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rushes right and makes it to the 10-yard line, and he's still on his feet. Finally, just shy of the 5-yard line, Isaiah Quentin Jackson is brought down by Bastrop's Creed Nichols. And Isaiah Quentin Jackson, however, the damage is done. About a 22-yard run for Isaiah Quentin Jackson, and he's got a 1st and goal for the Patriots. And on 1st and goal, it's a handoff to Amarion Brooks up the middle. Amarion Brooks dodges an ankle grab and spins his way into the end zone for a 7-yard touchdown rush. Amarion Brooks' first touchdown run of the night. And the Patriots have just taken a commanding 27-6 lead over the Bastrop Bears in their home stadium on a cold night here in Bastrop, Texas.
As I mentioned, we're not seeing a whole lot of defense out there tonight, Travis.
This could be a very high-scoring game as Jose Rodriguez is out to attempt the PAT. There is a flag, however. The PAT is up and good, but it is going to be ruled invalid, and we'll see what this flag is about.
I believe on Bastrop. If my estimation from what the signal that the side judge was calling offsides.
Yeah, the side judge threw the initial flag, and then after the kick sailed through the uprights, the 2 judges at the field goal decided to throw their flags as well. And so we're just going to see a re-kick here, a reattempt of the PAT. Yes. Eastview's coaches are making their way out to the 20, very far to the numbers, and shouting instructions to this special teams unit out to attempt the PAT. Patriots lead at 27-6, pinning this PAT. Jose Rodriguez out to kick yet again. Jose Rodriguez's kick is up, and it is good. So just like that, the Patriots add to their lead. They're trading touchdowns for field goals here, and the Patriots lead at 28-6 with 8:09 remaining here in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. We'll go ahead and take this brief commercial break. We'll have more of this exciting game here. We'll see how Bastrop can respond. Not a lot of defense being played tonight, Michael.
No, definitely not. Hopefully it gets better.
We'll be right back after this. Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
Locally owned by Pam and Al Bartschmid, College Street Cottages is proud to offer vacation rentals in beautiful and historic Georgetown, Texas. With premium amenities and comfortably sized spaces, our cottages provide the best accommodations that Georgetown has to offer. All of the remodeled 1940s cottages include complete use of the entire house and yard, fenced backyard with seating, eating area, and a barbecue grill, convenient parking in front, and detached garages. For more information and to book, visit collegestreetcottages.com.
We're back here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium, where the Patriots have just taken a 28-6 lead over the Bastrop Bears with 8:09 remaining here in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. Jose Rodriguez's kickoff is taken by one of the up men at about the 30-yard line. That is Keelan Hodge. Hodge has some space. He rushes to the left sideline, and he's got some room. He's going to take this all the way. Keelan Hodge, about a 75-yard touchdown return. No flags. Keelan Hodge gets some much-needed momentum for this Bastrop Bears with a special teams play, a huge special teams play.
Well, that's how you answer that, Travis. My. What an answer right there with an exclamation point. I don't know what it is. Guys are just not wanting to tackle. They get there, they make first contact and get shed off the tackle, and Bastrop takes advantage of it.
Picked up some great blocks on the way there, did Hodge, as he had about three guys just right behind him. As Martinez comes out to attempt the PAT for Bastrop. It is up, and it is good. So with that, that will cut the deficit to 2 scores yet again, as the Patriots lead it over the Bears by a score of 28-13. And I tell you, it's kind of hard to keep up with this action tonight, Michael. There's been so many scores on each side, a lot of hurry-up offense, and you know, the crazy thing about Bastrop, too, is they have yet to attempt to pass in this game.
Yeah, they have kept the ball on the ground, and Eastview just has not had an answer for it. And you keep doing it until they stop it, right? As long as you're having success, and, man, what their yards per carry average right now has got to be looking really good.
I'm almost wondering if this is going to be a preview of the Texas OU Red River rivalry game tomorrow, the Cotton Bowl. You know, those Big 12 matchups, Michael, are always high-scoring affairs. You're never going to see less than 28 points scored. If it is, something's wrong with one of those teams.
Well, the thing is, you're probably not going to see that with these teams because they're not air raid offenses. Both of them are both pro-style type offenses, and you know, unless Texas just really comes out and does something on the ground, or either team for that matter, it's going to be interesting to see. So I don't look for it to necessarily be a real high-scoring game.
Well, Martinez out to attempt the kickoff here for the Bears, and it's a high, short kick that is going to be dived for by Cooper Namkin, and Cooper Namkin will make the catch and have nowhere to go after he dives to make that reception. And that will put the Patriots, they'll get the ball at about their own 37-yard line, excuse me. And we'll see how they respond to the Bears' first touchdown of the night on a special teams miscue by the Patriots. First down and 10. Ball is on the 36-yard line now. The referees have moved it back a yard. Shotgun formation for the Patriots. 2 receivers to the right. Michael Sedgwick all alone on the left side. There is a running back with Jackson Colson, and Colson takes the snap and hands it off to that running back, who is Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rolls to the right side and is brought down. And looks like he picked up the first down, brought down by Xavier Williams, who has made a heck of a lot of plays for the Bears tonight defensively. But it's another first down, Patriots. Hold on, hold everything. The referees.
Got an injured player, but he just got back up off the ground.
I was going to say there were no flags. They have yet to move the chains, and it looked to me like Isaiah Quentin Jackson picked up that first down for the Patriots.
Well, so far, both teams' running backs are going to have pretty good stats tonight.
Yeah.
If this keeps up.
Well, they're going to mark it 2nd down and 1, so officially a 9-yard gain by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. So it'll be shotgun formation yet again here for the Patriots. 2 receivers to the left side this time. The ball is on the Patriots' own 45-yard line. Patriots moving left to right on your computer or television screen, however you choose to listen into this broadcast tonight. Jackson Colson takes the snap, and he hands the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rolls left, gets the edge, leaps, hurdles over a defender. I can't quite get the right word to say. Hurdles over a defender for a first down and a whole lot more, but is brought down immediately after making that hurdle. What a hurdle by Isaiah Quentin Jackson over Bastrop defender Nathan Blair. Picks up a first down for the Patriots as they've entered Bastrop territory now. And on 1st and 10, it's another handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rushes up the right side, or up the middle, I should say, towards the left side, dodges a defender, and is brought down after a gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards. And making the tackle on that play for Bastrop was Laren Montez.
See, that's more of what I was talking about, Travis. Quentin Jackson was met at the line and stood up, but he kept his legs driving, was able to break through and picks up 6 yards.
Pressure for Jackson Colson. It's a screen pass caught by Isaiah Quentin Jackson, and Quentin Jackson has a first down and a whole lot more. He steps back and dodges a tackle and is finally brought down at the 20-yard line by Bastrop's Mark Martinez. And so that moves the chains again for the Patriots, and they're into the red zone yet again. Patriots will come back out in the shotgun formation, and looks like Bastrop is going to call a timeout. They are indeed. So Bastrop calls their first timeout of the evening with 6:23 remaining here in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. The Patriots leading it 28-13, and they're at the 21-yard line, so they're looking to score yet again, Michael.
Well, what we're seeing right now is Eastview is just moving the ball at will. Offensively, they're dominating the Bastrop defense, and the defense spending a whole lot of time on the field, so they're starting to get fatigued and tired. Yeah, it was good to get that touchdown return on the special teams, but your defense goes right back out there, and Georgetown and Eastview just taking advantage of it, and they've scored on every possession and look to do that again.
Just lots of great running, and Jackson Colson back on track after throwing 2 interceptions last week against Brenham. 1st and 10. Colson throws right on the run, and it is caught by Tyler Wagner, and hit immediately is Tyler Wagner just shy of the 10-yard line. Making the tackle for Bastrop was Creed Nichols, a member of the secondary, and the Patriots will hurry up. It's 2nd down. Patriots. They'll line up in the shotgun formation. Colson takes the snap, throws right again. Charles Ross makes the catch inside the 5 and is knocked out of bounds by Keelan Hodge, who had that kickoff return for a touchdown on Bastrop's last time, maintaining possession of the ball. But now it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 3 for the Patriots. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left of Jackson Colson. It's a handoff to Amarian Brooks. Brooks barrels his way up the middle. We'll see where the referees spot the ball. Does not look like he broke the plane. Looks like Amarian Brooks is going to be about an inch or 2 shy of the plane, of the goal line. So that'll make it 2nd and goal. Another handoff to Brooks, who was tackled in the backfield by Bastrop's Tyron Smith, the starting running back. Loss of 1, maybe 2 yards, brings up 3rd and goal for the Patriots. as this Bastrop defense is all of a sudden making some big plays. 3rd and goal now. Patriots line up in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left side. Amarian Brooks is in at running back to Colson's left. Colson with 15 seconds remaining on the play clock. He's going to sneak it in himself. Did he break the plane? The referees rule yes. Jackson Colson sneaks it in for a 1-yard touchdown. And Jackson Colson just adding to this Eastview lead. They lead it 34-13 now. 3rd and goal. Jackson Colson runs it in himself. 1 yard. And boy, the Patriots offense is just on a roll. Bastrop has no answer.
Cold night in Bastrop, Texas. I don't know, maybe that's the cold, how it's affecting the game.
Well, it's definitely affecting these defenses, as both of these defenses just have no answer for the opposing team's offense. As Jose Rodriguez's PAT is up, and it is good. So just like that, the Patriots will lead it 35-13 over the Bastrop Bears here with 5:02 remaining in the the Courtney Home inspection. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Courtney Home inspection, second quarter. 5:02 remaining. The Patriots lead at 35-13 over Bastrop.
Man, who would have thought, Travis, that we'd see 48 points this early in the game?
That is why I'm not a betting man. I always end up losing all the money I put down. As the Patriots have just been, Jackson Colson has a couple touchdown passes on the night, but he's not really throwing the ball all that much. Most of the heavy lifting has been done by this two-headed monster at running back, Isaiah Quentin Jackson, mainly Amarian Brooks.
Well, the ground game for both teams has been outstanding so far, which just says that your defenses aren't doing their jobs. They're not able to shut down the run. Both teams able to run it up the middle, run it to the outside. So you got to come up with an answer to that. The bad thing for Bastrop is that Eastview has established such a big lead. As long as they answer everyone, they're going to stay out in front of these guys the rest of the night.
It's a short kick by Jose Rodriguez, taken by one of the front linemen on this kickoff return squad. That lineman taking the catch, making the reception, is Creed Nichols, and he'll barrel his way past the 50 and will set the Bears up with really good field position. That's been affecting these kickers, Michael, this weather and all this wind. The kickoffs specifically, the kickoffs haven't gone very far. They've been very high, and I think we've seen both of these kickers just resort to low, almost onside style short kicks.
Which is interesting because Eastview has the wind to their back. Why wouldn't you put it up in the air?
These flags are flying very tough in the wind here, as on 1st and 10 for the Bears. Desmond Young hands the ball off and barreling his way up the middle. There's just a lot of jerseys there. Gain of 1, maybe 2 yards at most. And a very late flag comes out. Tyron Smith was the ball carrier on that play. Roland Hines making the tackle. And the referee throws a very late flag. It looks like there was some extracurricular activities. There was a pile of about 5 Patriots and 5 Bears in that little huddle. And the Patriots are moving back. Looks like this will be a penalty called on the Patriots. So they're calling
personal foul on Roland Hines.
Yeah, Roland Hines, I'm not sure what that personal foul would have been, but it gives the Bears a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. So now the Bears will be setting up shop at about their own 30-yard line. The ball will be officially spotted at the 28-yard line of the Patriots, Pistol formation now for Desmond Young and the Bears. 2 receivers on top of each other on the right side, and Young is swallowed up in the backfield by Justin Nazer. Justin Nazer with a huge sack, a loss of about 7 yards for Desmond Young, brought down at the 35-yard line, and that backs the Bears up quite a bit.
Well, maybe that's why they don't throw that often, because Young didn't even sense the pressure that Nazer was barreling down on him.
His feet weren't even hopping. He wasn't even making the steps. As on 2nd down and very long, 2nd and 17, it's a handoff to Albritton, the backup running back for the Bears. He gains 3, maybe 4 yards, and he'll set up 3rd down and long for the Bears.
So I got an injured player on the field.
Looks to be an injured Bear. We'll go ahead and keep it right here with 3:55 remaining here in the Courtney home inspection second quarter. The Patriots lead at 35-13 over Bastrop, but Bastrop is marching down the field. Interesting thing about the Bastrop offense is they've yet to score a touchdown on offense. They've got 2 field goals, and they've got a kickoff return for a touchdown by Keelan Hodge. And, maybe that might be another reason why Jose Rodriguez is so hesitant to kick the ball off deep.
That may be, is to keep it out of the hands of the deep, dangerous return men for the Bears. The other thing that you have to be proud of your defense, bend but don't break. Give up the field goals, but don't give up the touchdown. And they've been successful twice with that so far. Offensively, the Bears haven't crossed the goal line yet. So you look at that and say, yeah, we're bleeding on giving up big explosive plays, but we're not letting them cross the end zone.
As that injured Bear is still being tended to at about the 30-yard line, in between the 30 and the 35. And that Bear is being helped up and is walking off the field with some assistance. That Bastrop Bear on the ground is Eddie Brown, a senior who plays – I'm sorry, that is not Eddie Brown. That is Tyron Smith. That is a huge loss for the Bears if he's going to have to sit out this game, and he looks very hurt, Michael.
Yeah, he does. I don't really see him making it back. I mean, he's having trouble walking off the field right now. I'm surprised that they aren't. But he's got 2 short people on him, so he can't really put any support on them because he's such a big guy compared to them. So he's having to use his own power, and he's aggravating that leg more.
So Tyron Smith, the starting running back, will at least be out indefinitely, and that is a huge blow to this Bastrop offense because he's pretty much their entire ground game. Desmond Young has had a couple of great runs, as had the backup running back, Jaden Albritton, and now Albritton will get the workload all to himself. And third down and very long for the Bears. Young takes the snap and rolls out to the left side. He throws. It's caught at the 20-yard line for a first down. Falling out of bounds is Nathan Blair making the catch, untouched. He just rolls himself out of bounds, and I don't know if the referees are going to rule that. Oh, there's a flag back at the 25-yard line.
Looks like it's a hold.
Young was scrambling for his life to avoid the pressure from Roland Hines and the rest of the Patriots' defensive line. Clock will stop with 3:43 remaining here in the Courtney home inspections second quarter. Patriots leading at 35-13. And the Bears will be moving back quite a bit. This will make it third down and about 19. So third and very long for Bastrop, and they'll have to overcome this without Tyron Smith, their starting running back. In fact, Eddie Brown is in at running back for the Bears now. He's a senior who plays at running back and linebacker. It'll be shotgun formation for the Bears. 3 receivers to Desmond Young's right. Third down and 19. Young takes the snap and drops back. And he throws over the middle after pump faking. It goes through the hands of the intended Bastrop receiver. That is Peyton Parsons, the backup quarterback. Will not be taken by anyone. Falls incomplete, and that sets up fourth down and very, very long for the Bears.
Well, interesting. Now I could suspect that he's in the Patriot end of the field, that they may go ahead and go for it.
They all out, hopefully, in just a second.
When it gets to like this, it's not just cut and dry, so you're thinking maybe it's going to be offsetting penalties.
Yeah, the referees are having a very, very long discussion. It's going to be a penalty called on Bastrop's Noe Torres. And that will set the Bears back quite a bit 15-yard penalty now, so it'll be 1st and 10 Patriots after that Michael Sedgwick interception, killing a Bastrop offensive drive. And now the Patriots will have 3 minutes, 23 seconds to go 60 yards and build a huge lead towards halftime here. Leading 35-13 already. 1st down and 10, ball on the Patriots' own 40-yard line. Jackson Colson in the shotgun formation, all his receivers to his right. Colson takes the snap, and it's a handoff to Amarian Brooks, who rushes up the middle. And Brooks is stopped after gaining 3, maybe 4 yards on that carry, making the tackle. Be punting the ball away. Back deep to return for the Bears is Faison Madison. And Colson's punt is up. It is high. Madison will not attempt to return, or he will attempt to return after it bounces off the ground a little bit. Madison at the 20-yard line is viciously brought down. Having nowhere to go, he's brought down by the Patriots' Jesse Gutierrez. And so now the Bears will get another shot at offense with a minute 54 remaining here in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. The Bears will have one more chance at getting on the board and cutting into this Eastview lead before halftime.
That's the first defensive stop that the Bears have made all night long, and that was on a good series of stops. They plugged up the middle and limited the yardage made by the running backs. And then on the pass, they put plenty of good pressure on Jackson Colson as well as covering the receivers.
1st and 10 for the Bears. It's a play action throw to the right. A screen pass intended for Nathan Blair falls incomplete. As the Patriots, they didn't exactly bite on that play action.
No, both squads getting a little chippy. I'm seeing some extracurricular activity going on between both squads, and you don't want to get those kind of silly penalties because those equate into the 15-yard variety type, and you don't need to give that up.
Not at all. It'll make it 2nd down and 10 for the Bears. Ball on their own 15-yard line. Young takes the snap, drops back, throws right, caught at the 25-yard line. Making the catch for the Bears looks like Nathan Blair yet again. And it is indeed, as he will move the chains for the Bears and pick up a 1st down. First down in quite some time for the Bears as they hurry up. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side of Young, who takes the snap under pressure, rolls out to the left side, and fumbles the ball after he's hit. And now the referees are going to rule he's already down. But, man, Roland Hines just got in there. And I believe Justin Nazer and Thomas Thornburg as well just put the pressure on Desmond Young. He rolled out to the left side, Michael, and just took a vicious hit.
Well, Eastview doing a good job on this defensive series. So they're answering back to Bastrop's stop, putting plenty of pressure on Young. Well, they know it's coming. He's got a short amount of time to get down the field with 1:19. But their running game was working for them. But this is where you're seeing the impact of number 34 going out of the game.
Yeah, Tyron Smith, the Bastrop starting running back, was knocked out on their last offensive series with an injury, and we hope he is okay. I don't see him perusing the Bastrop sidelines. He's probably taken back to the locker room as a timeout is called by Eastview, actually, their first timeout of the night. Stops the clock with 1:19 remaining here before halftime in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. A reminder to everyone listening that at halftime we will throw it to the SHN studio and your host Justin Simmons and Steven Strong for SHN Football Friday as the bands perform here at Bastrop ISD Stadium. No crowd mic here, so apologies for the lack of noise. As on 2nd down and 17 for the Bears, it's a handoff to Albritton, one of the backup running backs, and he'll have a gain of about 7, maybe 8, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And
another timeout call.
That'll be 3rd down Bears, 3rd down and about 10. And this time, no, it's a Patriots timeout again. Their second of the night as the Patriots, Coach Feacock is getting a little aggressive here. He wants the ball back before halftime. He wants to put up some more points.
Well, both defenses on Eastview's series here and Bastrop's previous series are showing a lot better than what they have so far.
It will be officially 3rd down and 9 for the Bears. Ball on their own 27-yard line. They trail the Patriots 35-13 here with 1:13 remaining in the first half. Shotgun formation as Young takes the snap and drops back. He throws to the left side. Has a man. It's caught just shy of the 40. No, it falls incomplete. That intended receiver is Conrad Pace, and there's some extracurricular going on as Pace looked like he had the catch made, and it ended up falling incomplete. He just could not get the grip on it. And guarding Pace was Jordan Oswald, and they had some exchanges, some harder than usual shoulder bumps as they got up. And Jordan Oswald will check out of the game now as it'll be 4th down for the Bears.
Now, you got to credit Michael Sedgwick for pushing Oswald back off of that to keep from getting a 15-yard penalty and giving Bastrop a first down.
I'm not exactly sure what has been happening down there on the field as we don't have any crowd mic. We can't hear any of the ambient noise down there as before the punt is taken. Delay of game. Good eye on that play clock, Michael. I'm not sure, this isn't exactly a level of blowout to where the Bears, can't come back or anything like that. Like, they're still very much in this ball game, actually. Even if the score does not indicate that, I'm not sure why these two teams would be getting chippy with each other. As the punter for Bastrop, Isaiah Herron, will punt the ball away. Isaiah Quentin Jackson back deep will not have a chance to return as the wind catches the ball. It's a very short punt that flies out of bounds for Bastrop. And the Patriots will set up shop with 1:04 remaining here in the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter. Leading 35-13, the Patriots will set up in Bastrop territory.
Well, probably the main reason why Coach Feacock is wanting to get another shot in the end zone is because when they come back out from halftime, Bastrop is going to receive the ball. So they'll get the possession back, and I'm sure he would love to get another score on top of that, kind of negate giving the ball or kicking the ball away in the second to start the second half.
That is a good point, Michael. Bastrop won the coin toss and elected to defer till the second half, as now on 1st and 10, ball on the 45-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Patriots. They hand the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who has a first down running left and a whole lot more. He makes it to the 30-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds by Keelan Hodge. And the chains will move, and clock will stop temporarily with 55 seconds remaining here. And the Patriots have a first down. I'm sorry, that was a Marion. Was that a Marion Brooks?
No, it was Quentin Jackson.
Okay, Brooks subbed in. I missed the substitution. My mistake. A great run by Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who picks up nothing but first downs tonight when he's on the ground. 1st and 10, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right side. Colson takes the snap, throws left side, and intended for a Marion Brooks. The pass just flies out of bounds, and looks like there was some miscommunication there by Brooks as he was not on the correct route.
Yeah, he was further down the field than where Colson put it up in the air.
Clock will stop with 38 seconds to go here. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Patriots from the 30-yard line of Bastrop. Patriots looking to get on the board one last time before halftime as Marion Brooks checks out. Isaiah Quentin Jackson checks in. Shotgun formation for the Patriots. 2 wide receivers to the right of Jackson Colson. Colson takes the snap, and it's a handoff to Quentin Jackson, who rushes right, gets the edge, and has a whole lot of room. He's got a first down, and he can't quite get the open lane. He runs out of bounds on the right sideline after being pushed out by Bastrop defender Creed Nichols, and that'll move the chains for the Patriots at least and bring up another first down inside the red zone.
Eastview would like to go tempo here because they have a lot better success when they do.
And they will hurry up indeed. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Colson throws deep to the end zone, intended for Charles Ross. Overthrows Ross. The pass falls incomplete, and will stop the clock with 19 seconds to go here. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 19-yard line.
Ross is awfully fortunate that he didn't get called for offensive pass interference as he pushed off the defender.
Yeah, they went for a fade route there. Colson took the snap and immediately just chunked the ball up into the air. Remember, the wind is to the back of the Patriots right now, so that's another reason Coach Feacock probably wants to go for it here, is because he'll have the wind in his face, in his team's face, I should say, when they come out of halftime. On 2nd and 10, Jackson Colson takes the snap. He fumbles the ball, and the ball is loose on the ground. It's going to be scooped up by one of the Bastrop defenders, or fallen on, I should say. That is Xavier Williams, who falls on the ball at the 20-yard line. Jackson Colson looked to step into the pocket and probably run the ball himself. Ends up getting the ball knocked loose by one of the Bastrop defensive linemen, and Xavier Williams came and fell on it. And, boy, another turnover for the Patriots, and they did not need that right now.
No, they didn't. They were moving, and the ball squibbed out from Colson, and it looked like maybe he might have aggravated his arm trying to reach out and snag the ball back, but another turnover.
So it'll be 1st and 10 with 11 seconds here to go for the Bears, as it's a handoff to Eddie Brown, the backup running back, and Brown is just spinning around some defenders, and he's brought down a late hit on one of the Patriots' defenders. It looks like that was Eric Millette getting hit late. No flags flying, thank goodness.
Well, I think that was a little bit of showmanship on his part.
It was kind of like basketball where players will flop, and doesn't look like Bastrop or Eastview got a timeout called, so that will do it. That'll be the end of the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter, the end of the first half. The clock strikes 0, and the Patriots lead at 35-13 over the Bastrop Bears as we enter the Oak Ridge Disciple House halftime show. We'll take a brief commercial break, and when we return, we will throw it to the SHN Sports Studio. Stephen Strong and Justin Simmons, the host of SHN Football Friday, for your halftime entertainment. Again, at the end of the first half, Patriots lead it over Bastrop 35-13. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a proud supporter of Central Texas high school football. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based, nonprofit 501c3 Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel. That light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, please visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. If you're looking to buy or sell a home or land in the Georgetown area, call Glenn Patterson Realtor. As a third-generation resident of Williamson County, his knowledge will assure you will receive the best price for your purchase or sell. Don't wait. Contact Glenn today at PattersonPropertiesTX.com. Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. If you or your family couldn't work for 6 to 12 months due to a serious illness or major accident, how would that affect you or your family financially? Hi friends, I'm Rob Hipp. I offer products that can help during the tough and unforeseen times. For more information, please call me directly at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522-9105.
Pictures from over the week when Mason Crosby came in. He signed the new Georgetown ladder truck. He signed it, was in town obviously the Green Bay Packers kicker, and came and visited the Georgetown Fire Department, and so we'll try to share those later in the show. But it's cool that obviously his parents obviously heavily involved, but it's him as well. Even during the season, man, he's kicking field goals last weekend. And he's in town giving love to the Georgetown Fire Department, and our thanks to David England, who's a fighter and also helps us cover the Georgetown Eagles all season, and he helps out with SHN in a lot of ways. Doppler Dave sending us that information and content, so we'll look forward to showing that a little later in the show. And while we're have these audiences at halftime, I want to remind everyone, they can't see our screen right now necessarily, but feel free to call us, text us at our hotline, which is 512-508-8388. We're here in week 7 of SHN Sports Football Friday. We'd love to hear from you.
Don't forget to tell them the Twitter, though. I mean, everybody got Twitter now, right?
Yeah. So our Twitter, obviously, at SHN Sports. You can contact me directly or Justin directly. Me at Probably Strong, Justin at The Smash Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'd love to hear what's going on in your games or anything you want to talk about relating to high school football and things going on this weekend. Obviously, chilly weather has arrived. Who knows how long it'll be this chilly for a little bit, but it kind of seems like for the time being, man, you never know with Texas, but we kind of skipped over fall and went straight to winter, man. It's a little chilly.
No, we'll be right back to regular 80 degree, 70, 90 degree weather next week. Honestly, this is just abnormality.
Yeah, obviously, with ACL going on this weekend, it's funny. Everyone that went to weekend 1, man, is sweating all weekend, brutal. Everyone there tonight shivering and bundled up.
I know. I'm going to say I'm glad that I wasn't out last week, and this week sounds a lot better, honestly.
Yeah. And honestly, I didn't go I am going Sunday, but I'm glad I didn't go last week, and I'm glad that I didn't go today or tomorrow, because it's the opposite, man. I struggle in cold weather, and Sunday is going to be nice. It'd be a little chilly, but
but it's not going to be like it was tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm
sure.
not jealous.
I'm not jealous not being out there tonight. That's for sure. The studio here at the Georgetown Jewelry Studio, much comfier than being out in the cold.
Oh yeah,
that is for sure. Still trying to get some updates here, just seeing if anything else comes up. But a lot of these games now at halftime. Looks like McCallum was able to put one more score on the board as they lead Novato 28-0. Beeville Jones, and Lavernia. We're talking about classic matchups. There's a whole slew of them tonight. 28-14 Beeville. Canyon Lake is beating Travis 20-7. Bandera. I mean, this is weird because Cuero is the defending state champions, but everybody has to rebuild every now and then. They're down 14-7. Belleville and Smithville. That one's a hard-hitting clash. 14-7 Belleville. LaGrange and Brookshire Royalists. The Leopards lead 29-12, and then finally we got some scores on the board out in Giddings as Codwell and Giddings, that battle of Texas East 71 is going out there tonight. 7-6 Hornets over the Buffs. Currently, that means Codwell in the lead. Geronimo Navarro still ahead of Lano, 20-0, and Mejia, on SHN Sports, we were behind in this game. They've come back and retaken the lead. They lead 15-7, and Cameron Yo right now just kind of stomping on Gerald 35-0. Big night for the Gerald head coach, but unfortunately his team.
They need him.
I think they can use him just a little bit too.
Baby needs him more.
Family comes first.
Yeah.
Rockdale and Lago Vista. It's the Tigers who lead the Vikings 24-14. Troy and Little River Academy is tied up at 14, and then Malakoff. I thought this was going to be a tougher game for them, honestly, this week, but that has not been the case. 35-0 over Live Oak Cliff for Malakoff. Mason still trailing Bracketville 14-7. San Saba over Goldwaite 34-0. Now we have Thorndale and Thrall. Thorndale leads 14-0 as well, and then. We had a score in that Iola Granger game, and now they removed the score. I wonder if that was sometimes these scores do get updated by just fans. It could have been a quick score that was actually a penalty, but now I'm showing that Iola Granger game back at 0-0. So we'll get a true update here.
Yeah, we'll get in touch with Travis at the end of that game and find out what's going on over in Granger. We know, obviously they're on that delay, so maybe There was a missed score, and they may not even be. I'm trying to figure out if they're playing live right now. I'll try to get in touch with Travis on that.
But I know there's a lot of games that are going on. You can always reach out to us on Twitter at SHN Sports. Let us know what games you are excited about. I know not everybody has a rooting interest necessarily who may be tuning in tonight. There's some neutrals out there, so if you don't have anybody to root for, but you do enjoy Texas high school football, and I know in this state many people do, let us know what game that you are excited to be watching, or if you are listening in on another SHN game that has thrown you to us during halftime. Let us know which game you're watching, why you're watching it, who you rooting for. We would love to hear from you. It can get quite lonely in here without the conversation just between us two. So just use the hashtag SHN Football Friday. We'll pull it up on our Twitter at SHN Sports. And if you want to send a shout out to anybody, take the time to do so now. You can always use this clip later on, and it will last for a really long time.
So just a quick update on the Granger game. Got in touch with Travis. It's Travis Sessoms over there, and he said they're waiting on the guys to return with the Transformers, so they haven't.
Okay, unfortunately we had an updated score that was incorrectly updated for that game. Let's see, we have Goliad leading Luling at halftime, 7-6. I mean, Goliad, Luling, just kind of right on the cusp of our Central Texas area that we try to look at. Pleasanton over Gonzales, that game, and just a little bit north of San Antonio, but not by much. We're trying to keep up to date, seeing what else is going on out there. I mean, there's just so much tonight, folks.
I want to take a second to I don't know if she's watching. I know Gerald isn't isn't broadcast tonight specifically, but Malik Davis, his mom, he's a player with Gerald. When we started this early on in the beginning of the season, we kind of had a preview show and we were giving out T-shirts.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
She has not received her T-shirt, and I just want to let you know, I'll reply to you right now, too. We'll get that to you. I know you asked us about it. I don't have any on me, so I've been trying to get in touch with Rob, but obviously, we're all busy people. Rob, as he said last week, he's not active on his phone from Thursday through Sunday or whatever, preparing for the Sam Houston State University and all the games that we have over the weekend. But I promise you, I will get a shirt. I will get a couple shirts, and I'll get that to you.
I don't mind the interaction, though. I'm sorry that we have not gotten your shirt out.
Yeah, she texted us earlier today, and I already reached out to Rob a couple weeks ago, and I just asked him, hey, have we gotten her the shirts yet? And he didn't reply. So, but I'm telling you right now, I will make sure that happens. And
for sure.
Whether it's
and now
this
you have
week or
proof
next
that
week,
you just said that.
Yeah.
So make sure he makes
hold
it
me
happen.
to it. But we'll try to get that to you. I just wanted to make sure that was put out there. I know we talked about we talked to Travis. I told him, man, like you said, a Friday Night Lights style. Pull some cars up and play through the headlights over in Granger. He's like,
I mean, come on. There's got to be some boys out there in Granger that have some big trucks,
pickup
those
trucks.
big 4x4s with the dock lights and everything else that comes with them. I'm sure they have those trucks out there. I know because I drive through cities like that to get to Austin.
It's just gonna get colder, man. Get the game going.
Oh man, that's just it too. You don't want to have to be out there all late tonight. I mean, if it's 8:30 and they haven't kicked off yet, I mean, are they just planning to play on with a running clock this evening, or that game's not going to end until after midnight? I mean, luckily,
at least, we'll have a game to talk about after 11.
Well, the thing that's interesting though is that that is a district game, so it has to be played.
Right.
I mean,
Whether it's tonight or tomorrow.
They can postpone it to tomorrow just because they do have Saturday in their pocket. But man, if I was one of those teams, I do not want that game postponed. I want to play tonight. I'm ready to go tonight. That's how I would think about it as a player. You're ready to go that evening.
Yeah, and it's not
lost a playoff game because of that.
Yeah, and it's not about there's lightning and rain everywhere. Like, it's just lights. Get the lights on. Also, I was just gonna say, I know we have viewers from all over the nation, all over the world. Anyone can tune in to YouTube, stuff like that. But if you are tuning in and keeping up with Texas high school football, and you haven't been in Texas, especially Central Texas, the last week or so, you're out of town. I know that I saw someone that on one of the YouTube broadcasts we have, he was saying he's in California right now. He's been there all week. Dude 949 on YouTube. He was saying he's been in California all week. He didn't. So like, just to put it in perspective for those who haven't been here, especially the last 2 days, we literally had a high last night of 95 or whatever, and in a course of less than 12 hours, really overnight last night at about 3:30, almost 4 a.m. Cold front blew in, and you said cold front. It was a cold front. We had a high today, as you said earlier, of about 45, 47 maybe, if you're lucky. And that obviously the sun's gone down, temperature's getting cooler. It's been an extreme shift. It's not a 10-degree difference or whatever. Like it's been completely. I mean, it's classic Texas, and but it's for the Thursday to Friday switch. Those guys that played last night in that Anderson game that we had.
But it wasn't cold last night.
Exactly, it's a completely different environment than what's going on at House Park tonight and all around these stadiums down the street at Berkeley.
Yeah, I would hate to be out there tonight. I know it would probably be even worse to be actually in the stands this evening, just because the wind chill that has been suffering throughout the day. I mean, you walked out of the house, you could feel it. You talk about the home field advantage. I really don't feel like anybody's really going to have much of one tonight, just because of the weather conditions. Teams that are going to pass-happy teams, strong pass teams are going to struggle this evening just because of the conditions. Snaps are going to be big to watch, both on special teams. So your long snaps are going to be something that you're going to want to really keep an eye on, because cold snapping hands, cold hands receiving those snaps, you can fumble the football, mess up the catch at any time right there, especially on a cold evening like tonight. So everything's going to be under a magnifying glass, even more so for those teams that are right on the cusp of district play, right on the cusp of actually qualifying for the playoffs. So everybody's still playing for positioning. Nobody's really wrapped up a district just yet. There's been multiple districts that have multiple undefeated teams remaining in play. I'm really interested to see how it's going to play out tonight, because some of those undefeated teams are in trouble of going down this evening.
Yeah, and I also wanted to give, we already said that Eastview and Bastrop are at halftime. I think they're tuned into us right now. Eastview leading that game on the road 35-13. And man, they have looked impressive this season so far. Shout out to Stephen McQuaid as well, who's tuning into that broadcast. He said Eastview's a good football program now with all their new coaches and stuff. That's kind of something we touched on. Boys hung in there and been competitive, but he obviously has switched at coach this year, and really seems like the players have bought in.
Well, you like it when the switch works out.
Yeah,
that's for
exactly,
sure.
yeah.
And sometimes it's not going to happen overnight. With the turmoil that Leander's in right now, they're under a new head coach. It hasn't necessarily clicked just yet. So what's happening with Eastview does not happen just because you make a head coaching change, especially in year one. So they're just kind of ahead of schedule right now. But it looks like they have a lot of potential, and they're playing up to it, especially against a team that they should, and I don't think I'm sugarcoating this, that they should be able to beat in Bastrop. Let's not beat around the bush.
Right.
Or dance around the bear, if you will, because Bastrop has struggled this year. They lost to their little brother in Cedar Creek last week in the Battle of the Bastrop.
Who also have gotten off to their best start in school history.
Yeah, but they're struggling a little bit tonight.
Yep.
We'll talk about that score later on. But the Bears, they're really in trouble of not making the playoffs this year. And it's because of games like this that they're at home. I know the weather is not ideal, but you got to be able to win at home, especially against a team with a first-year head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Or, they're at that program, rather.
Yeah, one of the main reasons I brought up that game again is I received a Snapchat from Travis Banks, who was on the call for Eastview over there. Shout out to Bastrop Memorial Stadium and their staff in the Bastrop community, feeding our guys at halftime. He said that they told him, we have too much catered chicken, please take 3. So he got
wow, just send it this way, man.
Chicken. Yeah.
I'll eat the chicken.
Right, 3 boxes of chicken from Chicken Express that they got catered over at Bastrop. So appreciate obviously, no one expects every stadium to provide food or whatever.
No, I mean,
They're taking care of our guys on the road. We appreciate that.
Any time that any stadium wants to put out any type of spread, whether it's just like a sandwich or
a roll, man.
I'll take a roll. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind seeing Mr. Gaddy's Pizza up there. I've had that before, but
Definitely.
it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of grub because sometimes it's just, a lot as a broadcaster. There's a lot of times we're just running behind because you're trying to travel to the area. You try to travel early. A lot of times it's during rush hour traffic. There's no way you can beat it because you can't leave work early in some cases, and you're still trying to get there. About an hour and a half before kickoff? So food is definitely appreciated. If that's one less stop that has to be made in order to be able to get set up.
And I know we talked to Leander's broadcast team last week. A tough season so far. We talked about a tough matchup this week with them playing Round Rock, and really, you and I agree that next week is going to be their best chance for a victory so far this season. They take on McNeil, but so far tonight, Leander is struggling a little bit like we expected. Round Rock's on top 36-7 in that game, but they are underway in the third quarter and the second half. But while we've kind of, I think, wrapping up halftime for some of the audiences tuning in, with Eastview and Georgetown, we could go ahead and do Grand Endeavor Grand Endeavor home scoreboard update just before we jump back into the second half of some of these games.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with the game that's already in the third quarter between Pflugerville and Connolly, where they're tied up at 7, as Connolly has finally gotten on the scoreboard, and they're searching for their first win of the year, both overall and in district play. You mentioned Round Rock and Leander as they get restarted over there. It's 36-7. McNeil is behind Vandergrift after taking the early lead. Vandergrift ahead. The Vipers 21-7. Stony Point was behind a lot to Vista Ridge before the end of the first half, but they were able to close the gap. It's only a 6-point game. Vista Ridge still leads, though, 29-23. A lot of you have joined us during the break. I think this game has just gotten back to action as Cedar Park is ahead of Georgetown 17-3. Eastview ahead of Bastrop 35-13. This game also on SHN Sports as Glenn is behind Glenn's ahead of Cedar Creek at the moment, 9-0. Over in Elgin, it's Weiss ahead of the Wildcats, 28-10. Brenham is over Marble Falls at the moment, 28-7. And then the Hayes Rebels, they're looking to remain undefeated in 25-6A. And Austin High fighting for their playoff lives out in that district. As the Maroons, they are at the disadvantage, 34-21. Del Valle blanking Lehman 19-0. LBJ now on the scoreboard but still remains behind Dripping Springs 10-7. Out in the Battle of the Lakes, that game getting ready to go to the half. Lake Travis, they scored late but they maintained the lead 7-3. McCallum over Novato 35-0. And then we still have no real update over at Northeast Early College and Crockett High School, so we're going to wait until we get a score update from them. Thursday night scores 31-21 Cedar Ridge over Hendrickson. Maynard barely beats Rouse 20-18. San Antonio Christian edges out Hyde Park just barely 26-25. Seguin over Travis 50-7, and then the Austin ISD Thursday night game of the week here on SHN Sports. And hopefully we'll be able to show you some highlights later on. 26-21 Anderson High making a big play to stay alive in that playoff hunt over Aikens. And I think that will do it for us here this evening.
Once again, we appreciate our sponsors, Grand Endeavor Homes, the scoreboard update, Georgetown Jewelry, as we are in the Georgetown Jewelry studio, as well as Georgetown Shirt Company, who put together our SHN Football Friday shirts, and we were able to hand some of those out at the Week 1 matchup, some of those stadiums, and we'll try to get that going again. I mean, they're cool shirts, and I think we still have some in stock. I'll get Malik Davis and his mother some either this week or next week, and we'll try to get those circulating a little more than we kind of like we did it initially, but kind of been slacking on it a little bit. But Cedar Park and Georgetown have kicked off in the second half. We want to tune into that game just as it gets underway. Cedar Park with the ball. and then try to tune into the Eastview game as well, as I believe they're still at halftime, but we'll tune into that game as well. Of course, Brad Tillery and Kelly Duvall on the call over down the street at Bricklebach. Cedar Park with the 17-3 lead. Georgetown trying to hang in there as the second half gets underway, and we'll listen in live right now to that game.
Good job by the Eagle defensive line.
Taylor Beal getting in there. A lot of pressure from the Cummings twins on both sides. He didn't have any place that he could go in there, so that was a huge stop to hold Cedar Park there, and a 1 yard, 1.5 yard loss.
I'll tell you what, though, credit the secondary because everyone was covered out in the pattern.
Yeah, they did a good job of keeping those guys in front of him and sticking right to him. He had no place to go with the football.
3 wide receivers to the far side in that triangle formation. Another one to the near side at the numbers. Turn around, hand off. But here's the thing. Cedar Park has already made a 30-yard field goal comfortably going this direction. And right now, from where the ball is spotted, you're looking at a 34-yarder. It's not much more on the kicker.
It's an interesting choice. We'll see if they stick with it when they come back from this timeout. They saw something. The coaches saw something they didn't like, either in Georgetown's set or some confusion on the offensive side. But
remember how Cedar Park's first drive of the game started, too. It ended on a turnover on downs and a 4th and short that they could not convert near midfield. This time they're in the red zone, and the offense does come out.
Yep, maybe looking for an early dagger.
Here we go. Biggest play of the night so far for the Georgetown Eagle defense. 4th and 2. Cedar Park looking to go for it. They will go with a bunch formation. One man in the backfield with Hernandez. A little pitch play. They'll throw it back to Hernandez, and he will take it down the 15 to the 10 down the sideline. He stepped out of bounds before he could score, but Ryder Hernandez gets a first down at the 5-yard line. I have never seen that kind of a play, Kelly.
Well, Georgetown almost blew it up, too. They sniffed it out, but too late to really do anything about it. Just inches from making a tackle on the initial guy with the ball, inches from making a tackle on the quarterback as he started around that left side, but it's a game of inches, and they didn't have him.
It was an end around coming from the left side, handed to the running back. He moved to the right. Hernandez went back to the left, backwards, but they threw it to him, and all the blockers were out in front of him. It's really interesting. 1st and goal from the 4. Handoff up the middle, bullying his way forward. Looks like he got in. Jonathan Stockwell, let's see. Nope, they mark him just shy. About 6 inches shy of the goal line.
That's an interesting call there.
I thought he got in.
I did too, because he was laying on the defensive back. Valencia was on his back. So
2nd down and goal from just inside the 1 now for Cedar Park.
Georgetown could use some of that penetration they'd gotten early in the game.
See if they go with a run blitz here. Fake handoff, throw over the middle, ball tipped, and it was still caught. Touchdown, Cedar Park. The defensive line for Georgetown came in and got their fingers on the ball, but Cedar Park's receiver, I'm trying to catch the number out there, came down. It's number 4. Now, Ryder Hernandez is the quarterback. My apologies. We'll see if we can't get the actual number for it. I think it's Ian Spear, number 14, with the catch, and it'll be a touchdown for
We are back here at Bastrop ISD Memorial Stadium. Travis Banks alongside Michael Francis. We're at the start of the Rob Hipp Insurance third quarter and the end of the Oak Ridge Disciple House halftime show. The Eastview Patriots lead it over the Bastrop Bears by a score of 35-13. Welcome back, everybody, to Bastrop, Texas. We thank you for spending your Friday night here with us on Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Bastrop won the opening coin toss and elected to defer, meaning that they will be receiving this kickoff to open up the second half. Jose Rodriguez is at the 40-yard line and will kick the ball off. Back deep to return for Bastrop. Romello Flores-Giles at the 10-yard line. sorry, that is Giles, and Giles will make it to the 20 before being brought down by Gutierrez. That's Jesse Gutierrez, and it will. We apologize for that technical difficulty, folks. It'll set up a Bastrop 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. As a lot of injuries going around here in Bastrop, Texas. As Bears starting running back Tyron Smith is out of the game, and on 1st and 10, it will be a handoff to the backup. That is Eddie Brown, and Brown will make it to the 25-yard line, a gain of about 3 yards before he's brought down by a swarm of Patriot defenders. Getting in on that tackle is, of course, Roland Hines. Who else but Roland Hines? Isaiah Quentin Jackson got a touch as well. And there is a Bastrop Bear who is down on the ground. Looks to be one of the offensive linemen. We will go ahead and keep it right here. And speaking of injuries, Eastview has not escaped unscathed, Michael, as towards the end of the first half, the Courtney Home Inspection second quarter, Jackson Colson was driving. He fumbled the ball. He was hit as he fumbled the ball. And in what might be a breaking development here, he was not on the field for that kickoff. As you may or may not know, Jackson Colson is involved with a lot of the special teams plays. He does returns, and he is present on the field for kickoffs. He was not present on that last kickoff, and it was, in fact, actually backup quarterback Jace Petty who was warming up with the offense at the end of halftime. So a potential breaking situation there for the Eastview Patriots, and both teams actually suffering losses of 2 of their best offensive players.
Well, all we can hope for is that the injury is minimal, and hopefully he'll be able to be back next week.
It will officially be 2nd down and 7, the ball on Bastrop's own 25-yard line. As that injured Bear is taken to the sideline and being tended to. But the Bastrop offense is back on the field. They're set up in the pistol formation. Desmond Young sends a receiver in motion from right to left, and Young rolls out to the right side, throws right, caught at the 25-yard line, and brought down just shy of the 30. Making the catch there for Bastrop is Jimmy Mozo, and he is brought down by Roland Hines after a short gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. We'll see where the referees spot the ball there, and it will be 3rd down at about 5 here for the Bears offense.
Roland Hines doing what he does. He's a ball hawk moving. He moves right down the line.
Bears on a read option now. It's a handoff to Eddie Brown, and Brown is stuffed in the backfield and brought down. A loss of about 3 on that play for the Bears, and on that tackle looked to be Thomas Thornburg.
Well, I think Eric Millette took him down.
Had to have been it. I saw dual numbers.
Yeah, he got a little chippy back there too. I thought, oh man, let's don't start off the second half with a personal foul.
So on 4th down, the Bears will punt away. Isaiah Quentin Jackson back deep to return at the 45-yard line for the Patriots, and Isaiah Heron's punt is up, and it will not be returned as Heron is punting into the wind. And the ball will take a short bounce. It will roll past the 40-yard line and stop at about the 37-yard line. So the Patriots will get the ball back in their own territory, but very good field position at their own 37-yard line. And you know they're itching to score as they still lead 35-13 with 10:14 remaining here in the Rob Hipp Insurance third quarter.
Well, defense did what they had to do, Travis, and they get a stop to open the second half. And now Jace Petty will lead the offense out onto the field for the Patriots and get things started here.
Shotgun formation on 1st and 10, 2 receivers to the left. Petty hands the ball off to Amarian Brooks, who sweeps to the left and gets a great gain of about 8 yards before being brought down just shy of the left sideline. And he's brought down there by Bastrop's Creed Nichols, one of the members of the secondary, who has made quite a few plays on defense tonight, but it's a hurry-up offense for Eastview, 2nd down and 2. Petty hands the ball off again to Marion Brooks, who barrels up the middle and unable to really gain a lot there. In fact, I think he lost a couple of yards there. There was just a pile of bodies, and Brooks ended up being pushed back about 3 yards, so that'll set up 3rd and 5 for the Patriots here. It will indeed be 3rd down and 5. Ball on the 42-yard line. Jace Petty in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his right. Petty takes the snap, hands off to Brooks, who sweeps right, gets the edge, and Brooks gets the first down, and immediately after getting the first down is brought down by about 3 Bastrop defenders. Making the tackle for Bastrop was Xavier Williams. We've called his name quite a bit this evening, one of the team captains and the starting linebacker.
Yeah, I think definitely what we're seeing tonight, Travis, is how the cold is affecting these players and their mindset and physically.
Will be 1st and 10, ball on their own 49-yard line for the Patriots. Jace Petty in for the injured Jackson Colson. Shotgun formation yet again. Michael Sedgwick, the lone receiver, on the left side. Charles Ross and Tyler Wagner on the right side. Amarian Brooks in at running back. Petty is going to call an audible. And Petty takes the snap. It's a handoff to Brooks, a read option, and Brooks is swallowed up in the backfield, maybe the original line of scrimmage even. And getting in on the tackle for the loss there was Logan Gasky.
Substitution with Quentin Jackson coming back into the game. Kind of get a little more speed around the edge.
Well, Quentin Jackson just has an insane yards per carry average, so Eastview's looking to finally make a statement on the ground after Brooks has been swallowed up, and it will indeed on 2nd down be a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who again is swallowed up in the backfield. He makes it back to the line of scrimmage, if that, and the Bears, I should say, are just getting a lot of pressure on the Patriots' defensive line. The tackle was made there by Bastrop's Creed Nichols yet again.
Well, both teams showing signs that they made some adjustments at half.
3rd down and 11 here for the Patriots. Ball on their own 48-yard line. Patriots need to get it back to the 49 to get that first down. Jace Petty in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his right. Bears showing pressure, showing blitz, and it's a play action thrown over the middle but falls incomplete. There was no receiver in the area. It looked like Petty was intending to throw the pass towards Michael Sedgwick, Jacob Martin, but Jacob Martin was not in the area, and the pass falls incomplete, sets up 4th down in what should be a punting situation for the Patriots. And Michael, now it's kind of weird because after a very offensive first half for both sides of these teams, the defense has prevailed on both of the opening drives of the second half.
Yeah. And with Colson being out, Charles Ross is assuming the punting duties.
It will be Keelan Hodge back to return the punt for the Bears. Keelan Hodge, of course, scoring the only touchdown for the Bears, and he muffs the punt. It bobbles off of his fingertips. I'm sorry, that was not Hodge. That was Faison Madison, and Madison is able to fall on the ball, but it goes all the way back to the Bears' own 3-yard line. So a great special teams play by the Patriots and a little bit of luck there. Not so great special teams play for the Bears as Faison Madison muffs the punt and is able to fall back on it, but he costs his team tremendous yardage. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Bears from their own 3-yard line in the shadows of their own goal post. Desmond Young, the quarterback, in at pistol formation. 2 receivers to his right. Running back is Eddie Brown. Young awaiting the snap, and he takes it and he hands the ball off to Brown, who has a huge hole up the middle, and he stiff arms a Patriots defender, and Brown just rushes towards the left sideline, brought down at about the 30-yard line, and it looks like Cooper Namkin is going to be Darian Shanklin responsible for that tackle. A huge first down for the Bears.
Well, that's how you answer that when you're deep in your own end of the field. You get a big explosive run like that and get you out of that shadow of the goal post and get you in a little more favorable field position.
I think everybody in this stadium knew that Brown was going to get the ball and run up the middle, and he did. A 20-yard gain makes it 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line, and Young will pass to the right side on 1st down, and it is intercepted by Eric Milite. We'll wait and see what the referees decide. But it looked like the receiver for Bastrop, it was intended for, I think it was intended for Peyton Parsons. It was.
Well, they're saying he caught it. The offense has moved up the field.
So that will be another 1st and 10. That will move the chains for the Bears. Peyton Parsons ended up making the catch. It looked like Eric Milite said he had the interception, but ultimately the refs ruled he did not. So on 1st and 10, it's a handoff to Brown, and Brown will spin up the middle, brought down after gaining 1 yard, maybe 2. And I believe Isaiah Quentin Jackson was on the tackle there. Thomas Thornburg getting in on some of that action as well. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Ball on the Bears' own 49-yard line. Young takes the snap, drops back, throws left, caught at the 45-yard line. Making the catch is Nathan Blair, and Blair is immediately hit by Eric Milite and Isaiah Quentin Jackson, and will not pick up the 1st down for Bastrop, but it gets them close. It'll be 3rd down and looks like 1 here for the Bears, so a nice solid 7-yard gain by Blair. And Young has not thrown the ball very much throughout this game, at least in the first half. He's only recently started to go to the air, and remember the wind is facing Bastrop. So on 3rd down, it's a handoff to Eddie Brown, and Brown stumbles as he takes the handoff and is brought down in the backfield by Eric Milite. And Eric Milite gets shoved down by Eddie Brown as he tries to get up. It will result in a tackle for a loss and a 4th down and punting situation for the Bears. And Michael, these players are just getting very chippy out there.
Well, they're going to go for it. They're lining up.
Ball is now on their own 45-yard line. Bastrop, 4th down and 5. Young is going to keep it himself. He rolls out to the right side, gets the 1st down. He gets the edge and runs out of bounds. What a huge 4th down conversion for the Bears. They convert on 4th down and will keep this drive alive. Desmond Young with a huge run.
Well, that's the first time we've seen him since the first quarter really run with the ball. He's been handing it off to his backs and letting them do the work.
They've just had so much success running the ball up the middle, have these Bastrop Bears, and there really has been no need for the quarterback Desmond Young to hold on to the ball, as the referees will temporarily stop play for, I'm not sure what the reason is here, but the Bears are going to be getting set up. It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the Patriots' 38-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Bears. They'll send a man in motion from right to left. 3 receivers on the right side, now 2, and now Young is going to fake a he'll pump fake and run the ball up the middle. Gain of about 5 yards. He's brought down by Eastview's. It was Millette. Okay. Yeah. It'll be 2nd down for the Bears. 2nd down and about 5 as it's a handoff to Eddie Brown, and Brown spins around one defender and is now swallowed up by half of the Patriots defense. Justin Nazer looked to get his hands on Brown first, so we'll credit him with the tackle. That'll set up 3rd down and about 5 for the Bears as they look to keep this drive alive. They've already converted on 4th down once. We'll see if they can convert on 3rd down here as the clock continues to tick. 3:40 to go and counting here in the Rob Hipp Insurance 3rd quarter. Patriots lead at 35-13. And now, under pressure, Young throws and is hit as he threw by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. The pass falls incomplete, is nearly intercepted by Michael Sedgwick. No Bastrop receiver in the area. Nathan Blair was the closest guy, but he was about 5 yards away. So a huge 3rd down play by the Patriots defense, sending Isaiah Quentin Jackson in on a blitz.
Yeah, that put that pressure, and Young had to get rid of the ball quickly, and he just kind of put that thing up there. He's fortunate that it did not get picked off. That could have been a pick 6 had it been picked off.
So it'll be 4th down and 6 here for the Bears. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right, and the referees will blow this play dead before it even gets started. It looks like a timeout called. It looks to be Bastrop as well. We will go ahead and take this timeout with them. Stay tuned. The Bears are driving, but they trail 35-13 to the Patriots. We'll have more after this break. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
2019 high school football on SHN Sports is proudly presented by Georgetown Jewelry. Georgetown Jewelry is your trusted local jewelry store, family owned and operated since 2013. Whether you desire a one-of-a-kind custom piece or want to enjoy browsing our inventory of both unique and traditional jewelry and watches, stop by and see us at Georgetown Jewelry. We also specialize in jewelry repair and appraisals. For more information, please visit Georgetown Jewelry, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center in Georgetown, or online at georgetownjewelry.com.
We're back here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium. We're following a timeout. It's 4th and 5 for the Bastrop Bears. Ball is on the Patriots' 34-yard line, and they will attempt to make this conversion. Desmond Young in the shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his right. He sends a receiver in motion from right to left. Young takes the snap, drops back, throws left. Caught. It's Blair again, and Blair dodges a tackle and makes it out of bounds at the 20-yard line. He runs out of bounds on the left sideline. What a great 4th down pass by Desmond Young and completion to Nathan Blair.
Well, the defensive back that was covering him was about 10 yards off, and he only needed 6 yards for the first down and was able to pick it up. You got to play a lot tighter on that.
It'll be 1st and 10, Bastrop from the 20-yard line. And Young almost sacked by Roland Hines, and he gets away a couple times, but is finally brought down by Roland Hines with a huge play on 1st down. And Young is sacked all the way back at the 30-yard line, perhaps the 32. It'll be a loss of 10, maybe 12 yards. The referees are going to roll Young down at the 28-yard line, so a loss of 8 on that sack will bring up 2nd down and 18, a huge defensive play by Roland Hines.
Yeah, that's exactly what Eastview needed to do.
Clock continues to tick, 2:45 to go and counting here in the Rob Hip Insurance 3rd quarter. Receiver for Bastrop, sent in motion from left to right. Shotgun formation. Young drops back, and he steps up into the pocket. He rolls out to the right side, and he has some room, has some space, and is brought down. He's tripped up by Jordan Oswald at the 25-yard line. Will ultimately gain about 3 yards. He probably ran for about 10 or 15 on that carry, just scrambling around. But this sets up a huge 3rd down for both teams. It'll be 3rd down and about 15 for the Bears. They've converted 2 4th downs on this drive, have not been as lucky on 3rd down. And now it'll be shotgun formation for the Bears. 3 receivers to the left. Young takes the snap, drops back, throws left. Caught, spinning around at the 15-yard line is Bears receiver. That is Conrad Pace, who is also a member of the secondary. He picks up a huge catch. It is not enough for the 1st down, however, but he makes it to the 15-yard line, makes it 4th down and 5, so a 10-yard gain. And can the Bears make it 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions here in this drive?
I'll tell you, it was an outstanding catch by the young man as he had to turn around backwards to catch it.
And now on 4th down, Young rolls out to the right side, throws right, caught. It's Pace again, and Pace just past the 1st down marker, and he's going to move the chains for the Bears. So 3 for 3 4th down conversions for Bastrop this drive alone, as we are under 90 seconds remaining here in the Rob Hip Insurance 3rd quarter. Clock will stop with 1:25 to go. Patriots still lead at 35-13. There has been no scoring here in the 3rd quarter by either team. Bastrop looking to change that here. It's 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, Eastview's had some golden opportunities, Travis. They had them in a 2nd and 18 and let them climb back and make a 1st down. You got to do better than that.
Shotgun formation for the Bears, 2 receivers on both sides. It's a handoff to Eddie Brown. Brown will sweep to the left side, stiff arms a defender, and he dives his shoulder, lowers his shoulder, and is brought down at the 5-yard line by Cooper Namkin. A gain of about 4 yards will bring up 2nd and goal from the 5 for Bastrop.
Well, Bastrop is by no means out of this, and they're just kind of having their way. But they're also, along with this, they're chewing up a lot of time off the clock.
Speaking of Bastrop's offense, I can see the starting running back Tyron Smith on crutches in the sideline. He's out of his pads, and his night is definitely over. As on second and goal, Young throws right, drops back, throws right. Pass falls incomplete in the end zone. The pass is intended for Pace yet again. The coverage broken up by Cooper Namkin and Isaiah Quentin Jackson.
And Eastview really lucky with that because it was a good throw by Young, and it just went in and out of the hands of the receiver.
Clock will stop with 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. Young takes the snap, rolls out right side, throws right, pass falls incomplete, intended for Pace again. A number of Patriots defenders were in on that coverage. Looked like Eric Malit was the closest one to Pace, breaking up that pass. Sets up fourth and goal for the Bears, and they're 3 for 3 on fourth down conversions now. Might as well go for it and see what happens. It's fourth down and goal from the 6-yard line. Clock will be stopped after that incomplete pass. Play clock is ticking, and the Bears are taking their time getting set up as Young will be coming out in the pistol formation. 3 receivers to his right side. Moves into the shotgun now. Sends a man in motion from right to left. Young takes the snap, looks left, decides to scramble, and he's brought down. He slips and is brought down by Roland. Or no, that is not Roland Hines. I'm sorry, that is number 18. That is Peyton Adams. And fourth time is the charm for the Patriots now. It's a turnover on downs, and the Patriots will take over possession of the ball. A huge fourth down stop for this Patriots defense.
That's one of those where you just kind of knock the wind out of the sails of that powerful offense as they were really moving the ball well down the field. You know, they just went to the well one too many times and opted to go for it on fourth down and rather than picking up 3 more points.
So now, 1st and 10 for the Patriots, ball on their own 11-yard line. Jace Petty in at quarterback, and he hands the ball off to Amarian Brooks, who tries to sweep out to the left side. Can't quite get the edge and is brought down. Gain of maybe 1 yard on that play, and Brooks was brought down by Bastrop's Caden Scott, one of the starting defensive linemen. And that'll do it for the Rob Hipp Insurance third quarter. No scoring in the third quarter. The score remains 35-13 as we enter the Rob Hipp Insurance fourth quarter. We'll be right back after this brief commercial break. Stay tuned. The Patriots are just 12 minutes away from picking up their second district win. We'll see if they can maintain right after this. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home or land in the Georgetown area, call Glenn Patterson Realtor. As a third-generation resident of Williamson County, his knowledge will assure you will receive the best price for your purchase or sell. Don't wait. Contact Glenn today at PattersonPropertiesTX.com.
We're back here at Bastrop Memorial ISD Stadium, where at the start of the Rob Hipp Insurance fourth quarter, the Patriots lead it 35-13 over the Bastrop Bears. It's 1st and 10 Patriots, and it's a handoff to Charles Ross, this same sweep play that Ross scored in the Patriots' opening drive in the first quarter. And Ross is going to do some taunting as he runs out of bounds. He is pushed out of bounds by Faison Madison and sets up second down for the Patriots.
You can tell there's a lot of trash talk going on between these two clubs.
I'm sorry, that'll be setting up third down for the Patriots. So it's 3rd down and 3 here. And the ball carrier, it looked like a fake by the Patriots, and the ball carrier swarmed on the left side. That was Tyler Wagoner carrying the ball, and he was brought down by Faison Madison again. So this will set up 4th down for the Patriots and another punting situation here. This is only their second drive of the second half, Michael.
Yeah, they're offense is looking really lethargic without Jackson Colson being in there.
And Jace Petty has been forced to just mainly hand the ball off to the running backs. The running backs have not been able to get any traction here in this second half. And now Charles Ross will be punting the ball away from deep in Patriot territory. It's a short kick that goes into the wind, or goes against the wind, I should say, and takes a Bastrop bounce after the 30-yard line and rolls backwards to about the 25-yard line. Faison Madison will not have a chance to return this punt, but it will give the Bastrop Bears some very, very, very good field position as they will start out mere yards away from the red zone.
Well, you talk about the flip of the coin and putting the Eastview Patriot defense on the ropes. And you give up to the 28-yard line, and with this prolific Bastrop Bear offense that's been able to move the ball well on the ground.
1st and 10, ball on the 28-yard line. It's a handoff to Eddie Brown, who rolls over to the right side and is able to pick up a great amount of yardage, about 8 yards on that carry. And brought down, looks like it was Cooper Namkin on the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Bears from the 21-yard line. And now Young in the shotgun formation. It's another handoff to Brown, who rolls out to the right side, gets the edge, and is brought down at the 15-yard line for the 1st down. And on the tackle, and now on the ground, is Cooper Namkin again. And Namkin is trying to get up under his own power. I think he's going to roll over and just wait for the training staff to come take a look at him as the Bastrop players kneel down. We'll go ahead and take a break with the injured Patriot. Waiting to see if he gets up under his own power. And no, he's not. We'll go ahead and take this brief commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
If you or your family couldn't work for 6 to 12 months due to a serious illness or major accident, how would that affect you or your family financially? Hi friends, I'm Rob Hipp. I offer products that can help during the tough and unforeseen times. For more information, please call me directly at 512-522-9105. Again, that number is 512-522-9105.
Back here at Bastrop Memorial Stadium, where the Patriots still lead at 35-13, 10:24 remaining here in the Rob Hipp Insurance 4th quarter. Cooper Namkin is walking off the field under his own power, as it will be 1st and 10 Bears deep in Patriot territory. The ball is on the Patriots' 16-yard line, so the Bears are driving. Young takes the snap, hands off to Eddie Brown, who rolls out to the left side and gets the edge. Brown, as a late flag comes out, is brought down by, that is Darian Shanklin.
Yeah, that's going to come back. It was a holding penalty on Jimmy Mono. Bastrop.
So Bastrop, the interesting thing is that they have still yet to score a touchdown offensively this evening. Their lone touchdown came on a 75-yard kickoff return from Keelan Hodge. That was in the 2nd quarter. And the Bears will indeed be moving back 10 yards, so that will make it first down at about 20. So 1st and 20 for the Bears. Pistol formation, 2 receivers to the left. Young takes the snap, immediately rolls out to the left side, tries to get the edge, can't quite get the cut, and is brought down after a short gain of about 4 yards. Brought down by, looked to me like Eric Malit. I'm sorry, that was Justin Nazer on the tackle. As that'll bring up 2nd down and 16. So, yes, a gain of 4 for the Bears as the clock continues to tick. Just a little over 9 minutes to go here in the ball game, and not a lot of sense of urgency by Bastrop right now, considering they're 3 scores down to the Patriots. And time is not on their side. Pistol formation for the Bears. 2 receivers on the right. Young takes the snap, rolls out to the right side, looks to throw, throws right, caught inside the 10. Making the catch was Peyton Parsons. And Parsons, I don't believe he got the first down. He looked to be a yard short. And it will be third down. Third down at about 1. Ball will be on the 8-yard line. Bears can pick up a first down, and it's going to be a handoff to Eddie Brown, who barrels his way up the middle and gets inside the 5 for the Bears' first down. He's brought down at about the 3 by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Eddie Brown with another great run and picks up a first and goal for the Bears.
Well, here's a scoring update right here, Travis. Kind of surprising. In the fourth quarter, Connolly 20, Pflugerville 14.
Wow.
Brenham up 41-13 over Marble Falls.
As on first and goal, it's a handoff to Eddie Brown, who is stuffed in the backfield. He'll lose 1 yard, maybe 2 on that carry. It was Eric Milite getting the pressure and the penetration there on the defensive side. It's up second down and goal. And I believe there was another halftime score that was pretty surprising. Glenn up over Cedar Creek 9-0. That game was at halftime. The game is probably still in the third quarter, almost at the fourth quarter by now, though. We'll try to get you an updated score on that one, as that's a particularly interesting game for us, Michael, since we'll be playing Glenn next week back home at Birkelbach Field.
Absolutely. Another update, Stony Point 29, Vista Ridge 29 in the third quarter.
As Desmond Young takes the snap, cuts up the left side into the end zone untouched for the first Bastrop offensive touchdown of the evening. It's 6 points, and Bastrop cuts their deficit to just 2 touchdowns, pending the PAT. It'll be 35-19 Patriots, and you got to think, Michael, that the Bears need to go for it here. Go for 2.
Well, they've got the field goal unit on, or the extra point unit on the field.
7:51 to go here in the ball game. Martinez out to attempt the PAT. The kick is up, and it is good. So just like that, Desmond Young, from about 5 yards out, ends up scoring the first offensive touchdown of the evening for the Bastrop Bears. And now the score is 35-20, Patriots over the Bears. We'll take this brief commercial break. We'll have Eastview's response. Can they get something going with backup quarterback Jace Petty? We'll find out just after this break. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
Locally owned by Pam and Al Bartschmid, College Street Cottages is proud to offer vacation rentals in beautiful and historic Georgetown, Texas. With premium amenities and comfortably sized spaces, our cottages provide the best accommodations that Georgetown has to offer. All of the remodeled 1940s cottages include complete use of the entire house and yard, fenced backyard with seating, eating area, and a barbecue grill, convenient parking in front, and detached garages. For more information and to book, visit collegestreetcottages.com.
Back here at Bastrop ISD Memorial Stadium, where the Bears are just set to kick off following their first offensive touchdown of the game. They trail 35-20. And Charles Ross takes this kickoff, and he's got a great run. He takes it from about the 20 and makes it to about the 45-yard line before being pushed out of bounds by Bastrop's Logan Gasky. And the Patriots will set up with very good field position. However, their offense has stalled for the most part. Bastrop now has maintained a lot of clock control in this second half. Patriots have only had 2 offensive drives this entire second half, only 1 in the third quarter alone, and now they'll get their third offensive drive of the game here in the Rob Hip Insurance fourth quarter, the third offensive drive of the second half, I should say, as Jace Petty, the backup quarterback, subbing in. I'm sorry.
Number 25.
That is not Jace Petty, as he will hand the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rolls out to the right sideline, and it runs out of space and runs out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain.
Tanner Ballou.
Tanner Ballou is in at quarterback. My apologies. As Coach Fekoch hopes that something can happen with Ballou in at quarterback that was not happening with Jace Petty in at quarterback. He'll bring up second down for the Patriots. Second down at about 5. Ball will be spotted at the Patriots' own 48-yard line. So they can cross midfield here. Tanner Ballou in the shotgun formation. Both running backs in. It's a handoff. Up the middle is Amarian Brooks. He crosses the 50 and is tackled about a yard short of the first down marker. Making the tackle for Bastrop was Logan Gasky. And now this sets up a huge third down and about 1 for the Patriots, as they've yet to get a first down in this second half. Tanner Ballou now. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers to his left. Ballou hands the ball off to Amarian Brooks. Brooks rushes up the middle. I'm sorry, they did move the chains. These downsmen are just very, very slow to move the chains now. So that was actually a first down run by Amarian Brooks, and it'll bring up second down and 4, so a 6-yard gain by Amarian Brooks there. As the clock continues to tick, about 6:45 to go here in the Rob Hip Insurance fourth quarter. Tanner Ballou takes a bit of a pause to get some instructions from Coach Fekoch on the sideline. He delivers those instructions to the lineman. He'll set up in the shotgun formation. Isaiah Quinton Jackson and Amarian Brooks in at running back, flanking both sides of Ballou. And it's a handoff to Brooks. Brooks tries to get the edge over the left side, tries to cut up the left, and fails to do so. He is brought down by Bastrop's Romello Flores-Giles. And it'll set up third down and about 5 for Eastview.
I think the intent is that Coach Fekoch was wanting to slow it down. Ballou was actually running things more of a tempo like he was wanting to score, but they need to control the clock. They don't need to go out here and try to score real quick. They have the lead, so they don't really need the extra points. Let's run the clock.
Just under 6 minutes to go here in the Rob Hip Insurance fourth quarter. Ballou takes the snap, throws right, caught Charles Ross at about the 35-yard line. It's enough to move the chains. It'll be another Eastview Patriot first down. A third down conversion, just what the Patriots needed here, and Tanner Ballou having much more success since coming in this drive at quarterback. The clock will continue to tick, and the Patriots are going to take as much time off the clock as they need to. 20 seconds remaining here on the play clock. The Patriots will be setting up in the shotgun formation. Brooks and Quinton Jackson both in at quarterback, flanking both sides of Tanner Ballou. 2 receivers to Ballou's right, or his left, I'm sorry. Ballou takes the snap. It's a handoff to Quinton Jackson, who rushes to the left side, tries to cut. And a very late flag comes out as Quinton Jackson is tackled after gaining maybe 1 yard. He was tackled by Xavier Williams.
I think Charles Ross just got tagged with a personal foul penalty. Maybe an ejection. He's walking off the field.
Michael Sedgwick is looking over from the left sideline to see what exactly is going on, as yes, Ross took off his helmet and went to the bench. Looks like he's going to have a talking to from somebody on this coaching staff. Referees have spotted the ball, but the head umpire is still talking with one of the line judges about what was going on. As if there is a flag and a penalty, they will have to move the Patriots back. I think they're trying to figure out just how many yards the Patriots will need to be set back.
All right, well, let's listen.
So unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Eastview's Peyton Adams. 1 of 2 penalties on the Patriots. And there is a penalty on Bastrop that offsets the penalty on Peyton Adams.
And then a sideline warning issued to Eastview.
So it's probably best for both of these teams that this game just hurry up and finish, because no good will come if these teams continue to just chip away at each other like this. Clock is stopped with 4:59 to go here in the Rob Hip Insurance fourth quarter. The Patriots still lead at 35-20 over Bastrop.
So I think what that deal with Charles Ross was, he probably responded to a coach in a manner that he shouldn't have, and coach pulled him off the field. Gave him a little correctional instruction over on the sideline. He put his helmet back on, so he may re-enter the game here shortly.
You can cut this tension with a knife out here. You know, like you said, Michael, the first cold that either of these teams have really had to endure this season, as it really wasn't cold until this morning. I I think the cold front blew in at some point overnight, if not last night. And it looks like Eastview is going to end up calling a timeout, their first timeout of the half, as we'll go ahead and take it with them. Stay tuned. 4:55 to go here in the Rob Hipp Insurance fourth quarter. The Patriots lead at 35-20 over Bastrop. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
Locally owned by Pam and Al Bartschmid, College Street Cottages is proud to offer vacation rentals in beautiful and historic Georgetown, Texas. With premium amenities and comfortably sized spaces, our cottages provide the best accommodations that Georgetown has to offer. All of the remodeled 1940s cottages include complete use of the entire house and yard, fenced backyard with seating, eating area, and a barbecue grill, convenient parking in front, and detached garages. For more information and to book, visit collegestreetcottages.com. Jimmy Jacobs' reputation for building beautiful custom homes in Central Texas speaks for itself. For over 30 years, he has been behind some of the most successful and sought-after new home developments in Georgetown. Grand Endeavor Homes represents a new era of elegant custom home building. Now joined by his son, Justin Jacobs, Jimmy has launched Grand Endeavor Homes to continue his legacy and reputation for custom homes in Georgetown and the surrounding areas. Visit GrandEndeavorHomes.com for details and directions to the model home. Central Texas High School football on SHN Sports is made possible by Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company. 3 words describe Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company: simple, reliable, and awesome. We support our community. From screen printing and embroidery to promotional products, Georgetown and Austin Shirt Company helps put your brand on your business. Get started on your project today by getting a quick and easy quote online at GeorgetownShirtCompany.com.
We are back here at Bastrop ISD Memorial Stadium. That extended commercial break was due to the fact that at the end of that timeout, the Eastview Patriot coaches were still on the field huddling up with their team. The referees threw a flag. I believe that was going to be for the delay of game. And as of right now, the coaching staff for the Patriots is still on the field huddled up with the Patriots offense. And you got to think they're going over, a little more than just football plays, Michael.
Yeah, you got to wonder what's going on here.
Officially, it was just Eastview's first time out. Late flag comes out as the head umpire goes over to the Bastrop sideline to speak with head coach Todd Patman about what is going on. And we're going to take a pause so we can listen in to see through this press box window. So an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the entire Georgetown coaching staff, and it sounds like they're going to eject Coach Feacock for refusing to get off the field. This has just been a wacky game, Michael.
Wow, what a big turn of events here. So that's going to walk off a 15-yard penalty.
So what was 2nd down and 9 will now become 2nd down and 24. The ball will be spotted all the way back at the the Bastrop 48-yard line, as we're finally set to resume action as Coach Feacock is being escorted off of the field over the Bastrop sideline. He gets a handshake from Bastrop head coach Todd Patman as he exits.
Yeah, I really wish we knew and could understand what was happening with Coach Feacock on that the officials were quick to throw the flag on him.
Well, the clock will now tick. 2nd down and 24. Ball on the Bastrop 48-yard line. Tanner Ballou in the shotgun formation. He hands the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who has a huge hole up the middle, and he's brought down after gaining about 10 yards, brought down by Nathan Blair. I'm sorry, that was not Nathan Blair. That was Faison Madison. and a decent gain for the Patriots. It sets up 3rd down and a mile, however. They're nowhere near close to the first down marker. It's going to be officially 3rd and 18 here as the clock will continue to tick. A Coach Feekotch-less coaching staff over on the Eastview sidelines. Tanner Ballou in the shotgun formation now. Both running backs in, 2 receivers to the right. And now Ballou. The play is blown dead just as Ballou was about to hand the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson for a sweep to the right side. Looks like another timeout called by the Patriots coaching staff. It will be indeed another Patriots timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. 4:02 to go here in the Rob Hipp Insurance fourth quarter. The Patriots still lead at 35-20. They're looking to convert this 3rd and very long. We'll be right back after this.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a proud supporter of Central Texas high school football. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based, nonprofit 501c3 Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel. That light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, please visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
We're back here at Bastrop ISD Memorial Stadium. 4:02 to go here in the ball game. Patriots lead at 35-20 after a second Patriots timeout. It's much shorter than the last one. Tanner Ballou now comes out in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his right side. Ballou takes a snap, drops back, throws to the left side. He's got Michael Sedgwick all alone. Oh, the pass falls right through Sedgwick's hands at about the 10-yard line and will fall incomplete, bringing up a 4th down and 18 for the Patriots. And considering the ball is on the Bastrop 42-yard line, it's far too long for a field goal attempt and maybe too short for a punt attempt, although it looks like the punting unit is going to come out onto the field for the Patriots.
Looks like Quentin Jackson is going to assume the punting duties.
This Patriots offense has just seemed lost since since Jackson Colson.
Jace Petty's back on the field.
All right, well, after some brief success by Tanner Ballou, the backup quarterback Jace Petty will come back in. And now the referees are talking to each other yet again. Coach Feekotch has been ejected from the ball game. And it looks like the Patriots they're going to punt it away here on 4th down. Bastrop is ready for a fake. Isaiah Quentin Jackson will be punting into the wind. Punting against the wind, I should say. And the ball takes a Eastview bounce and will be downed at about the 10-yard line by the Patriots. Looks like Jacob Martin was the one getting the hand on the ball there. So Bastrop now will regain control of the ball, regain possession, and it will be 1st and 10 Bastrop from their own 10-yard line. 3:48 to go here in the ball game, the Rob Hipp Insurance fourth quarter. The Patriots lead at 35-20. The Patriots have been held scoreless this entire second half. The Bastrop Bears have scored 1 touchdown, that being a 5-yard run on a quarterback keeper by Desmond Young to start off the fourth quarter. As on 1st and 10 for Bastrop, a timeout is called by Eastview. It will be Eastview's final timeout of this ball game. We will go ahead and keep it right here. As Michael, I think you and I are still trying to figure out what has been going on in this last about 10 minutes of real time. I mean, this fourth quarter has been going on about 30 minutes now after the third quarter just kind of flew by. And now there's all this stoppage for about the last 10 minutes or so.
Right.
And it's hard to tell. We don't have a crowd microphone in here. We can't hear the PA announcer. We can't hear really anything that's going on the field. So it's just as confusing to us. We're trying to make sense of it all.
Yeah, it definitely – I'm still trying to mentally sort this out. You know, you had Charles Ross pulled off the field. Then they take a timeout, and you had offsetting penalties, personal fouls, and they take a timeout and then get the delay a game and then unsportsmanlike conduct on the coach and an ejection, and just an unfortunate series of events.
So 1st and 10 for the Bears. Desmond Young will roll out to the right side, throws, falls incomplete. The pass intended for Nathan Blair. On the coverage was Jordan Oswald and Darian Shanklin.
Oswald doing a good job to break up that pass right there.
That'll make it 2nd down and 10. Ball on Bastrop's own 10-yard line. Clock will stop with 3:43 remaining in the ball game.
The second half is a stark comparison to the first half, Travis.
Yeah, the defenses have been stepping up, as on 2nd and 10, Young will pump fake and keep the ball himself. He'll run towards the right hash mark. And
He coughed up the ball, but I think Bastrop got it back.
yeah, there was an offensive lineman. Looked like it was Bastrop's Eddie Brown, the running back.
No, he was a keeper by Young. Brown just happened to fall on the ball.
That's what I meant there. Yeah, Young, he dropped back like he was going to throw. It was a quarterback draw, and it'll set up a 3rd down and 1, so a nice 9-yard gain for the Bears. They haven't had much success converting 3rd downs, but they went 3 for 4 on 4th down in their last offensive drive. And it'll be a keeper by Young. He's got all sorts of room. He cuts up the middle, and he's brought down at the 30-yard line by, it looked like Eric Millete got a hand on the ankle. And that was Isaiah Quentin Jackson getting a hand on Young's ankle. But nevertheless, Young will get the 1st down for the Bears. And Young will drop back, looks to his right, scrambles to his left side, rolls out. He's under pressure. He throws left and falling just short of completion at the 50-yard line. The pass was intended for Conrad Pace. It will fall incomplete and bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Bears. The clock will stop with 2:45 remaining here. Bears trail at 35-20.
So interesting play selections being called up here by Bastrop, doing a lot of running plays and running a lot of clock time off.
Young on 2nd down, drops back, throws over the middle. The pass falls incomplete, nearly intercepted by Eric Millette. And the pass looked to be intended for Peyton Parsons, but he was nowhere near where the ball was going, so great defensive coverage by the Patriots. Clock will stop with 2:40 to go here in the Rob Hip Insurance 4th quarter. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Bears. The ball on their own 29-yard line. Young now in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his left. Young will keep the ball himself. It's a draw play. He gets an edge on the left side. He's got a 1st down and a whole lot more. Young all the way untouched, and he's finally brought down after entering Eastview Patriot territory. Brought down at the 35-yard line. By which Patriot defender was that? It was Eric Millette. A touchdown-saving tackle by Eric Millette brings Desmond Young down at the 35-yard line and moves the chains for Bastrop.
Young really feeling comfortable carrying the ball right now.
It's a hurry-up. Desmond Young throws, caught at the 25-yard line by Nathan Blair. Blair is immediately hit by Tyler Wagner and brought down. Should be enough for a Bears 1st down, and they will indeed move the chains, as the Bears are now in hurry-up mode. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the Rob Hip Insurance 4th quarter. Bears trail it by 15. Young takes the snap, scrambles out to the left side, dodges a couple of tackles, and is finally brought down after gaining about a yard or two. Brought down by, it was Sammy Gonzalez.
Tell you what, Travis, you're right about that chain gang. They are slow in getting placed. The referee's opting to go with the yard marker.
As the referee, well, it was funny, as the Bastrop Bears take a timeout, we'll keep it right here as the Bears trail 35-20. I noticed on that last 1st down, the referee, the line judge, had to wave his arm to the people holding the chains to move because Bastrop was trying to hurry up. The chains weren't set. The chains need to be set, and I'm not sure who
and they don't run down there. I'm surprised that they haven't had a conversation with the chain crew, because the play ran without the chains being in place.
It might be some high school students here at Bastrop High School holding the chains, as one kid now is on his cell phone. That's not something you'd want to do when you're in the middle of a pretty important football game like this. Nevertheless, 2nd down and 9 here for the Bears. Young rolls out to the right side, throws right, caught just shy of the 10-yard line. That is Peyton Parsons making the catch. He is brought down by Darian Shanklin. It'll be a first down for the Bears yet again as the clock continues to tick with just under 2 minutes to go here in the Rob Hipp Insurance fourth quarter. Young now on first down. Takes the snap, rolls out to the right side, throws right. Pass falls incomplete. It is tipped by Isaiah Quentin Jackson, and Isaiah Quentin Jackson is holding his hands in anger that he did not get that interception.
Now that's the competitor in him. He plays tough, both sides of the ball.
It will stop the clock with 1:45 to go here in the ball game. The Bears have it 2nd and 10 on the Patriots' 13-yard line, so the Bears still can get a first down. Young will take the snap, throws right, caught by Eddie Brown, the running back, makes it to the 10-yard line. The ball comes out, but it rolls out of bounds, so that will mean that the Bears maintain possession. And there were a couple of Patriots. It looked like Darian Shanklin and Tyler Wagner were both there ready to scoop up that fumble. But that will make it a first down, I believe, for the Bears. It'll be a first and goal from... No, I'm sorry. It'll be third down and about 4. As Young, almost sacked in the backfield, he twists around and is brought down on the right side before he gets to the 5-yard line. He is brought down by Thomas Thornton. And that'll set up a fourth down for the Patriots defense and the Bears offense.
The Bears use their final timeout.
Officially a loss of 2. Desmond Young tried to do a little too much on that play, I feel like, Michael.
He ran a lot of time off the clock on that, and so they had to call the timeout. He really would have liked to have ended the play and go on to the next one and hope that if you score, you still have that timeout and go for the onside kick. Now you don't have any timeout, so you're going to have to use the sideline as your clock, as your method of controlling the clock.
So with 1:23 to go here, the clock is stopped. Patriots lead at 35-20 over Bastrop. It's 4th down and 4 to go. The ball is on the 7-yard line. Bears pretty much have to go for it at this point. Their kicker Martinez has 2 field goals, one from 33 yards out, another from 25 yards out, both of those taking place in the first half. But a field goal won't cut it. They need 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion in order just to tie this game up. So now a huge 4th down here for the Bears. Shotgun formation. Young takes the snap, throws over the middle. It falls incomplete in the end zone. The pass was intended for Jackson Jenkins, a junior wide receiver. Great coverage there by Justin Nazer.
And Georgetown has just sealed their victory right here with that incomplete pass. It was a low throw out of the hands of Daniel Young. And Georgetown will get it on turnover of downs. I say Georgetown Eastview. I think I've called them Georgetown twice in a row. My apologies, folks. Eastview will get the turnover on downs, and all they have to do is just take a knee a few times, and it'll be done.
Yeah, with no timeouts remaining for either team, 1:19 to go here in the ball game. We should just be seeing the victory formation. The only curiosity item for you is
you're kind of deep in your own end, so you might actually hand it off, or maybe just a direct snap to the quarterback and let him run it up.
It will be Tanner Ballou back in at quarterback, and he will just take the knee. That was what I was going to say. That's the only item of curiosity out there is who will come back in at quarterback, Jace Petty or Tanner Ballou. But it will indeed be Ballou, and the clock will continue to tick. Bastrop has no way of stopping the clock. They're out of timeouts, as are the Patriots. 1 minute to go here. 2nd and 11 now, and we should see 1, maybe 2 more kneel downs. Patriots are going to use up all the time they can. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. This should be the last kneel down of the game. 10 seconds to go here will mean 35 seconds on the game clock. There's about a 10-second differential, and the Patriots will take the snap and kneel down, and that will do it. There will be no more play clock. It is stopped. 30 seconds to go here as the teams both line up at center field. Looks like the Bears are quite frustrated with themselves as a unit, and it almost feels like the Patriots kind of escaped this one, Michael. as we have 15 seconds to go here. The Patriots did not score in the entirety of the second half after coming out to a hot start. I think that all has to do with Jackson Colson coming out with an injury.
Absolutely it does. You can see the tempo of the offense, everything just kind of fell off. Even though they had success in the first half of running the ball, Bastrop did a good job in the second half of controlling the Eastview ground game. And they had some short possessions and were never able to get it into the end zone. They had one drive going, and that's kind of when the wheels fell off, when Charles Ross went out of the game and Coach Vikoch got ejected from the game.
Yeah, it felt like both halves were just two different ball games. As the first half, both sides showing off their offense, and it was a whole lot of scoring done by both sides in the first half. And the second half, two major injuries to both these squads. As we mentioned, Jackson Colson coming out for the Patriots, and the Bastrop starting running back Tyron Smith also came out of the game with an injury. He was on the sideline in crutches later on throughout the game. So both of those injuries kind of stifled these offenses. Bastrop had a lot of momentum. They were able to score one touchdown in the entirety of the second half, but they just could not do enough in the end. And now they fall to 0-3 in district, while the Patriots move to 5-1 overall. They are 2-1 in district, and I don't know. It's hard to really take anything away from this win, Michael.
Yeah, it really is. It's kind of like you just kind of left with a question mark as to, okay, what happened here? Especially in the second half. First half, it was an offensive game with Georgetown Eastview controlling the line of scrimmage and moving the ball at will. And then the second half it was a whole different tale of the coin.
Just to recap this ball game, first half recap is a whole lot more interesting than the second half recap. Eastview, again, off to a hot start, scored on their opening drive with that Charles Ross sweep from 22 yards out. He ran it in for the touchdown, made it 7-0 Eastview. Later on, their second offensive drive of the ball game, Jackson Colson throws it to Michael Sedgwick, 32 yards into the end zone for a touchdown, 14-0 Eastview at that point. Towards the end of the first quarter, the next offensive drive for the Bastrop Bears, their kicker Martinez kicked it from 33 yards out, made it 14-3. At the start of the second quarter, the very first play of the second quarter, that is, Charles Ross got in the end zone with a 12-yard touchdown catch from Jackson Colson, made it 21-3 Eastview. Bastrop followed that up with another Martinez field goal from 25 yards out to make it 21-6. Marion Brooks got in on the action after that. 7-yard touchdown run for Marion Brooks made it 28-6. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Keelan Hodge of Bastrop took the return 75 yards into the end zone for Bastrop's first touchdown of the ball game. It was 28-13 Eastview at that point. And then with about 5 minutes left in the second quarter, Jackson Colson ran it in from 1 yard out into the end zone for Eastview's final touchdown of the game. That was 35-13 at that point. That was the score at halftime. Only one other score in the entire rest of the second half, the entire ball game, and that was Bastrop quarterback Desmond Young, who about midway through the fourth quarter ran it in from 5 yards out, gave you your final score of 35-20 Eastview. And Michael, as we mentioned, it was just a very fast third quarter and a lot of confusion in the fourth quarter. Some key injuries. I don't know how both of these teams will look next week. It'll be difficult moving forward if Jackson Colson is out for any amount of time for the Patriots, because he's pretty much been holding this offense together, and he's been throwing fairly accurately, and it remains to be seen what will happen with Jackson Colson.
Yeah, hopefully maybe it's just a first degree type sprain or third degree. I'm not sure which one's the least, but hopefully it's not anything real serious, and he can get back and leading this offense, leading this team. It's his team, and he's done a great job of leading this team so far this season, so looks really good. We do have some update on some scores, though, Travis, some interesting ones. Hayes 55 over Austin High 28 in the fourth one on that last possession.
We're here from Bastrop ISD Memorial Stadium. The Eastview Patriots 35, the Bastrop Bears 20. He's Michael Francis. I'm Travis Banks. Have a safe and happy weekend, and so long from the Lone Star State.